Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because the exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdueboxing shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
My back's, is there a doctor in here? My back's gone.
Your back is okay.
I'm gonna like carry this heavyweight division to the top.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam on this good Thursday. We back to get boxing. It's just do how we always do. You already know. If you catch this on the playback, make sure you smash the like button, sub to the channel, and most importantly, make sure you turn your notifications on so you could come build with the fam every day at 4 p.m. How y'all feeling today, man? Hope everybody's feeling good. Let me say what's up to the fam, and we gonna get to this boxing build. Shout out to my JBT family as well. Ace, what's good with the fam? Congratulations, Shurretta Metcalf, on becoming the new IBF Bantamweight champion of the world, straight out of Dallas, Texas. You know it. Shout out to Chicken, man. She did her thing last night, as I knew she would. Barbara D, my boxing mom, is in the building. How you feeling? Mike Mazak, what's good with it, bro? Vaughn in the building. Queen Lisa is in the building. How you feeling? Mike Kirkland, Mike and Mike in the building. It's always a good day. Always, man. How y'all feeling today, man? We're going to build for a little bit on this boxing, man. We going to get to it, man. Teofimo Lopez, y'all. Teofimo Lopez is back at it again. And when I say again, I mean again. He went on this podcast and he did a whole hour interview. Now, I don't know if I'm going to play the entire interview, but definitely going to play some of it so we could hear some of the things that he was saying. And at this point, he ain't even doubling down. He tripling, quadrupling, and whatever else on his ignorant comments. And the reason why I bring it up, for one, I'm a content creator. It's boxing, and it's more so like a follow-up. What amazes me is he had ample opportunities to kind of correct what he said, kind of change what he said, kind of change the tone. And he could have called them out their name. You could have said anything but what you've been saying. And you podcast from podcast, interview to interview. It's like you standing on what you're saying. And this is why you're losing the people. This is why you're on the sidelines. All this stuff plays into it. Like your personality, your mentality, the way you handle situations is exactly why you're on the sideline right now watching everybody else score. It's exactly why you're on the sideline, not about to fight for the rest of the year, and Tank Davis about to have another fight while you sit on the sideline and hate watch. Thrill Hill, what it do, fam? 619 Cali Factor. What's good, bro? And that's just what it is with Tio, man. It's unfortunate that for as talented as he is, man, we just don't have enough boxing conversations surrounding him as of lately, right? Like we should be talking about, maybe, all right, we could be, Steve Claggett wasn't no crazy name. We all know you handpicked him, but you had an opportunity there to kind of put on a performance that would make people talk about that more so than your outside the ring antics. And when I say antics, it's really the things that you're saying. It's not so much what you're doing as what you're saying. When the lights and camera is on, all right, the lights is on, the cameras is rolling. You know what I mean? When you under the lights, you underperforming in some eyes, right? You picking guys with 7 losses and going out there and just not looking like what people expect you to look like, right? And then on top of that, when the cameras is rolling and the microphones are in your face, you saying all the wrong stuff. You turning people away from you. You legit, like you almost putting yourself in this villain space, but you not liked at all. So it's not working for you. It's not working for you. I don't know if you trying to get people to hate you and you try to market that hate, but it's not working for you. People are becoming less and less interested in what you got going on and more interested in what's the next dumb thing you're going to say. And that's the space that you put yourself in because you don't know how you got loose lips and you don't know when to keep them cold. You don't know when to not speak. You know what I'm saying? Cash Sports, the box story, and my guy was good with it. Samuel in the building was good, fam. And that's why he continues to find himself in situations where they're not beneficial for him. You get what I'm saying? He got to be smarter, and it just don't seem like he is. He won't smarten up. He constantly just in the headlines for all the wrong stuff. You keep going on these platforms and these podcasts, and these dudes giving you an opportunity. It seems like in some degree to kind of not so much clear your name, but to kind of change the energy, the direction that you going in, and you can't seem to take a hint when somebody trying to help you. You know what I mean? They can't put the words in your mouth for you. These dudes have you up on your platforms to speak, and you continue to double down and just be an idiot. So, like I said, man, his comments have drawn a number of different reactions from the community, rightfully so. Some people just like, man, this dude don't even need to be in boxing. They need to cancel him. He don't deserve a fight. He don't deserve a payday. Mr. Kyler was good, fam. To your last performance, good performance was Loma. I mean, where people really was talking. I give him Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was a very, very good performance. Judah Vision, my dog, was good with it, bro. How you feeling? Yeah, he is who he is. It's starting to look that way, Cass. It's starting to look like that, bro. And you want to try to give these dudes some breathing room. You want to try to give them the benefit of the doubt because they're young men growing up fast in real time. And you understand as a man yourself that they're going to make mistakes. But I think at this point, it's more of a behavior. It's not a mistake. You get what I'm saying? You're ignorant. It's sad to say. As talented as you are, you're very ignorant. And then you're an up and down performer, so that's not helping you. You being tough to deal with your promoters, the same ones that have been promoting you your entire career, and you sitting on the sidelines. So I think a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted and it's catching up to him. So it's catching up to him in other ways. You know what I mean? You might not be getting your ass beat by Terence Crawford or Gervonta Tank Davis, but at the same token, sitting on the sideline, you ain't getting beat up, but you ain't beat nobody up either, which means you sitting on the side and not making money, which can be good for you. And you're going to find yourself complaining even more. So he's a guy that, I just can't feel sorry for right now. I feel like the stuff he doing is he should know full well what he doing. He's old enough to know better. He's just an idiot. I'm sorry. And I'm not a disrespectful guy. I don't try to get up here and go crazy on these young dudes, man. But he's an idiot. I'm sorry. He's an idiot. Not very bright, man. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. Not by a long shot, you know. And he continues to double down on ignorance. And if you think that's going to get you a fight, you sadly mistaken. I mean, there's so many other ways to go about it. For one, for starters, you can start by being willing to accept one of the opportunities that Top Rank provided for you. That's one way to get a fight. You ain't even got to go out of your way. So I think it's a bit of an excuse that he's using when he say he's trying to get people to respond and he want to fight and all this and that. I find it very odd, very convenient that the guys that you're calling out the most, one guy is 2 weight classes above you and one guy is a weight class under you, where he looks like he's going to be at for the foreseeable future. So like I said on many occasions, y'all, I find it very strange that, those are the guys you want to fight. The guys that's not in your weight class. One guy, 2 weight classes above. One guy, in a weight class that you can't make no more, that you grew out. Those are the dudes that you want the world to believe the most that you want to fight. And you talking this takeover shit. You at 140 with a title. You beat Josh Taylor and you act like you beat everybody else after that. You know what I'm saying? It's several champions, multiple champions that you could fight at 140. It's some runner-ups. It's some guys that's right underneath them that's talented, that'll make good fights. So you mean to tell me you don't want none of them? You want to skip past all of that smoke, all of that work. You want to skip past all of that. And yeah, I want Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis. This is why I'm saying whichever monkey get the banana first and all this ignorance. Like, that's not why you saying that. You saying it because, in fact, you don't want to fight. And like I said, his ignorance has drawn a number of different responses. And listen, I get it. I get what everybody's saying. You get what I'm saying? More recently, Kevin Cunningham, who's a trainer. Y'all know, everybody knows Kevin Cunningham. He more recently spoke on it, and I get it because this is along the lines of what my guy L-Dub, the fax machine, was saying. Kevin Cunningham went on to say, why would Terence Crawford and Gervonta even consider giving the races an opportunity? Buzz pound for pound king, and 154 is loaded. That's his facts. Tanks is box office and can make any fight he wants. This same clown, he looked mediocre in his last 2 fights anyway. So it's real when you start rubbing the coaches the wrong way. Like, because I know they good for just ignoring stuff and just minding their business. But at the end of the day, when you make those type of comments, you're going to ruffle the feathers of more people than you willing to deal with, more people than you can handle. And you seeing this happen in real time. People tired of this dude. Tio, man, you better get the message. And I don't know who's going to be the one to deliver it to you. But you better wake up, bro. This ain't the way. This is not the way to go. You going outside and you looking foolish. And it's at the worst time because 140 is going to continue to be competitive. If guys that's at 135 end up moving up, some of them guys, it's going to get even deeper. You know what I mean? It's always a guy that comes out of nowhere. Like, you effing up at the wrong time, bro. When you should just strap in, lock in and buckle down and really get to work. But instead, you rather make headlines for ignorance. And like I said, it's not going to go well in your favor. I think people going to really be rooting for you to lose. And listen, I understand where Kevin Cunningham is coming from. Like I said, my guy Dub said the same thing, man. Don't get that dude no opportunity. He don't deserve no payday, And I get it. That's one side of it. He definitely don't. It's almost like rewarding him for being racist, rewarding him for being ignorant. And I understand that train of thought, but for me, there's also another side of it, right? There's also another side where who wouldn't like to see him get his ass beat by one of those people that he disrespected, right? Because it ain't like he going to retire from boxing tomorrow. It ain't like the payday is going to completely stop for him anyway, right? So the way I see it is he's going to go to make money regardless. We're not going to be able to stop that. But wouldn't you love that if he had to make money, wouldn't you just like to see it be against one of these people that he's disrespecting, claiming that he want to fight? Wouldn't you like to see one of them knock his head off? Like, who wouldn't want to see Terence Crawford really get his man the lesson that he claimed he want, right? Who wouldn't like? I would love to see Terence Crawford beat him up. I absolutely would. And it'll be worth whatever money he get, and it'll be worth seeing him get his ass kicked. It absolutely would, y'all. I'm sorry, it really would. For me, it would. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to see Tank send him to the shadow round? You get me? I would. You know what I'm saying? I would want to see Tank send his ass to the shadow realm because he talked too much. And this is all disrespect. It's all disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's not about fighting no more. It's not about boxing. It's not like you trying to be competitive and none of that. You're not fooling nobody, bro. You just an ignorant guy. Just a real ignorant guy. And this shit gonna catch up to you. And it is catching up to you in some ways. A lot of negative press. People ain't on your side. You're beefing with your promoter. You know what I mean? Going through some type of battle, legal battle. You're trying to get out of your contract. It's about this storm just starting, bro. And you could thank yourself for it. At the end of the day, whatever, you know, situations fall apart for you and don't work out, you could thank yourself for that. It's the energy you putting out. Meanwhile, trying to portray to be some intelligent ass, laid back, real individual. And when we hear you speak, we don't hear real. We don't hear authentic. We don't hear authenticity with you. It's made up. It's a script, and it's a poor script. I don't know what script you reading from, but put the book down. Put the book down. Well, I don't know what playbook you taking plays out of, T.O., but burn that playbook. Throw them books in the garbage. They're not working. They're not working. You're not fooling nobody. You pissing people off. You making people want to see you get your ass beat. And that's why I said, yeah, I would love to see both Terence, Bud Crawford, and Gervonta, Tank Davis punch a hole in him, man, because he talking too damn much. You get what I'm saying? Man, I am too, Mike, and you would never really hear me say that, but the way he carrying it, you know, and I ain't wishing nothing like that per se in life for him, but just in the competitive world of boxing, being that he talking like this, I'd love to see somebody kick his ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, it is what it is. Ricky Williams, my brother, what's good, Rick? Thanks in the building, what's good? Howdy, fam. Flatboy plays in the building, what's good, family? Absolutely, Mr. Kyle, especially at this age. Technique was good with it, man. Thank Teofimo Lopez, the pound fighter, and I pick him over Tank and Devin on the pound list. Listen, no argument there, but he got to want to fight these people. You know, the funny thing about putting him over those guys is, you know, he had an opportunity to fight Devin Haney more recently with Turkey Alice Sheik, and he said no. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going another direction. That's when Brian gave Devin. Nah, you'll never forget that. You'll never forget it. Tank. It's fake. No. I don't think nothing fake about Tank. I think I think him and Terence Crawford are two of the most hated and most often misunderstood fighters that we got in today's boxing. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta really just look at Tank's resume, really look at the moves he made when he made them. Look at who he was in line with. Look who he's being promoted by. Look at how things were going. Now you see since the split, look how things are going. He moving closer to the fights that you want. So I just ask you to take a second look. Don't change your mind, but take a second look. Ain't nothing fake about the shit Tank doing. Like, you got to think, bro, he really going in here beating up these much bigger guys. You get what I'm saying? Going in there kicking these dudes' ass, man. And that, you know, him and Terence Crawford got a lot in common in terms of like the criticism that they receive, because you got Terence Crawford, who's 41-0, undisputed in 2 weight classes, champion in 4. People still say with 41 fights, he ain't never did nothing but beat a drained or a washed Errol Spence or whatever the case they saying. Same thing with Tank. Through 30 fights, they saying this man never done nothing because he ain't fight a couple guys that people want to see him fight. It's like a broken record. Just got to look at it a little bit deeper, bro. Like, and understand something. I'm right there with you. I know what fights you want to see. You know what I mean? But if it was in a position or where it just looked like it's no way this stuff can happen, then I'd be right there with you. Like, damn, he let all these opportunities slip, but they still very, very much right there in position to be made. We just got to, you know, sit back and let the pieces move on the board. Ronaldo, what's good with it, fam? AD Solo, what's good with it, fam? Hands on that little goalie being TL Sports Predictions 101. My guy, what's good with it, fam? It simply fought at one, same with Crawford. I think their resumes are just a little bit underrated because, you know, it's not the names though, but it's the different challenges. Like you can't tell me somebody beating up an undefeated gold medalist is nothing. You know what I mean? Terence Crawford that made gold medalists look like nothing. Look like they don't even belong in the ring with him. And oddly enough, the funny thing is he get a lot of flack, but he fought I just seen the chart and he got the most champions on his joint. He got like 11. I think Spence got 7. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Think about that. As great as Errol Spence is, and I would never look at him as nothing different. I don't care who he lose to. You know what I mean? Like, he is who he is. Can't erase that. But as great as he is, just think about it. Terence Crawford been in 4 weight classes, and he been a champion in each one of them. Ain't nothing. You can't sneeze at that kind of shit. We can't be so, you know, I don't know what the word is, just used to it, that we forget to give people credit. Like, everybody not jumping up in these weight classes and dominating them and being top fighters and winning belts and staying undefeated and then collecting the rest of them. Everybody ain't doing that. And the thing is, with me, resumes don't win fights. You get what I'm saying? So it's not the end all be all. That dude is very talented, man. Joseph, what it do, fam? Hen dog in the building. Yeah. It ain't Aisha. Peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Barry was good with his boo-boo fighting Jamal. I doubt it. I see them trying to facilitate a fight with each other, but it definitely ain't happening now. Charlo know that. He fighting Thomas Lamana next, but I think that's something that could potentially happen down the road. You know what I mean? But not right now. Shout out to Barry. Y'all make sure y'all punch the like button out, and let's keep rolling. I hope one of them do fight Teal, so he can KO his ass. Yep, and then just dead. Yeah, man. At the wrong. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is Teal Risbon. Hate each other more than anybody. Yeah, got to get on his helmet, man. Billy Joe Saunders is back. Nah, I don't like him, but that dude is what it is. He that guy, man. He that guy. PC was the reason Bud didn't get the Fundora fight, bro. They wanted Spence to get a Fundora belt first. So Spence would be there. He saw the rematch, but they did drop about it. I mean, that's you know, that's, to me, that's normal. I mean, if you the PBC and you the business, you thinking about money, not favorites, right? We thinking from a fan's point of view where we like, yo, Bud Crawford is more deserving. He beat Spence. He should have got the fight first. But if you thinking in terms of business and you the PBC, who are you going to be loyal to? The guy that you've been promoting all his career, or the guy that just beat the guy that you've been promoting all his career, right? And then what you going to look to do first? You're going to make the in-house fight. It's just easier for business. It might not seem right in terms of, like, for Terence Crawford, right? It might seem like underhanded that they would, you know, but nah, it's just business, right? They're going to look out for their guy, which is Errol Spence. So I get that. And Terence Crawford said Fundora had turned him down. That's the fight that he was looking to get, but he ain't won it. And he said he was going the Spence route. So again, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, money. That move is more than likely mostly facilitated or influenced by the money they feel like they could make because they feel like Spence is still a top earner. Because they know. I mean, it's early though, Barry. You gotta see all the stuff he's been through. It just wouldn't be smart to put him in there with Boo Boo right now, right? Just he got to shake some cobwebs off, right? Get his legs really back up under him. Then you'll see where you go from there. But I don't think the PBC is scared to match any of these dudes up with each other, especially, you know, somebody like a Charlo. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland putting some color in the chat for the good boxing talk, man. I appreciate all your support.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Mike Kirkland, the Rise Podcast, my bro. What's good with the scene? How you feeling, man? Like, I didn't check Tio. Nope. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. I just like to set the table a little bit before I get to it, let some people roll in. But I'm definitely about to pull it up so we can listen to it. Transitor saying Bud stepped aside for the moment, but Bud just told us that wasn't true. Yeah, you know how it goes, sports traditions, man. Some people, man, no slight to nobody, no shade. Some people just like a good narrative, right? Because it gets you the clicks, but we like the truth over here, right? So we on the same page, right? And that's just what it is for me, right? As far as the PBC side of things, that's just normal business. They don't have no obligation to Terence Crawford. He did just beat their guy, right? Messed up his plans, right? So, you know, if you think in business, you're gonna look out for your guy, and if it makes more money, that's probably what you're gonna want to do. You get what I'm saying? It's normal, but at the end of the day, Bud still got opportunities. Bud's still gonna get opportunities, just the order in which he's gonna get them. They can't deny him because he's a top talent in the sport. You know what I'm saying? He's been for years on top of years. So they can't stop him. They can only slow it down. You get me? They can only slow it down. They can't stop him, man. D Free was good with a D Free. Kevin in the building was good, fam. Ain't not looking to help get money. Bug got his freebie with the PVC with EJ. Right. But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Tio just running his mouth, getting his self in the headlines, like I said, for all the wrong reasons. It's gonna end up going bad for him. Real quick pit stop. Shout out to the queen, Lisa, man. Lisa, you asked me a question yesterday, and I wanted to make sure I followed up and got the answer, man. I know I had talked about it before with Fanon, but shout out to the OG when you asked me about the same day weigh-ins. And then, he said, shout out to the OG for now. He said, television. He said that they didn't want the fights to get canceled the same day and not have time to find a replacement or negotiate to a new deal. So that was the reason that they got rid of the same day weigh-ins. Shout out to my guy, man. I appreciate him. He answered me immediately, man. Shout out to Fanon, the OG. I stay low-key was good, fam. I just wanted to follow up. So peace to the queen, Lisa, because I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but that is the reason. But yeah, man. So let's keep rolling. And even Shakur happened to chime in on this as well. Posted this little clip up on Twitter. I happened to see him put this. He said, "Now if a ninja run into you and punch your head off because you crossing the line, you're not supposed to cross." He said, "Sick little dude." Then begging for an opportunity in the process. So yeah, that's what it is. Like, I don't like to say fighters are begging per se, right? I'm very consistent with that. But this is the closest to it as you could get what Tio is doing. This is the closest you could get. You're just trying to antagonize the man. Meanwhile, not positioning yourself. You like, what are you hoping for? Are you sitting around wishing on the star? Like, what are you rubbing a crystal ball and just hoping Bud just be like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna listen to Tio. I'm gonna do, yeah, Tio, come on up, Tio, let's fight. Hey, you ain't even in position, dude. Like, would do nothing for him. You sitting around being goofy. You know what I mean? He did issue you a challenge. You ignored that, and somehow, some way, you ignoring all the smoke at 140. As much smoke is there. You're ignoring all that smoke, and you sit here hell, but you talking about a 35-pounder and a 54-pounder right now. This dude is a serious joke at this point, man. They laugh and stop. And as he continue to make a clown of himself, I'm going to speak on it. But in terms of really checking for his fights, unless it's somebody I really want to see him get beat up by, another dude that's just about to be on that list, the guys that I don't care about. So him and Ryan, hovering around that same, they in the same pot. You know what I'm saying? Opulent LD TV. What's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Does Tio fight? If not Bud, though. Star Fox McLeod, who he fights? He could have fought Brian Norman. Turkey had a situation where he could have fought Devin Haney. Fight any of the champions at 140. Shit, hell. Star Fox fight Rayo. Fight somebody realistic. It's a lot of smoke at 140. Think about this. I don't want to change your mind, whatever that is, but I'm going to give you something to think about. You don't think it's a little odd that a 140-pounder with a title that call himself the takeover, that is talented and is in position where he can actually make a dent in 140 and do some damage? You don't think it's a little odd that the people he talking about he want to fight the most, one of them is a lightweight who's going to be there for the foreseeable future, and the other guy is at 154 pounds. He completely ignoring his championship obligation as a champion to try to fight even a mandatory somebody, right? He ignoring all smoke in his current weight class, but he want us to back him for fighting people that he really don't want to fight. And that's my biggest issue with him. You know what I'm saying? He got opportunities, he's turning them down. Do you know he was supposed to fight back in September? But because he didn't pick from none of the options that Top Rank provided him with, he found himself on the sideline and trying to get out of his contract. That's Tio. Tio just moving very strange. Even Bob Arum said he can't read this kid. He can't figure him out. He said he liked the kid, but he's not logical sometimes at all. He said the dude's re-signed a contract recently, and it's in black and white. He acting like he don't know he still got more fights on his contract that he re-signed willingly. Like, this dude He's all over the place. None of them will beat Mortazaliev. Not for a while. Mortazaliev goes against who wins. Fedora Spence. He will annihilate either fighter. I mean, it sound good, man. We still got to see the fights, you know? You know what I mean? You still got to see him. Mortazaliev is dangerous. I agree to that. But I'm not going to just anoint him wins over everybody. You know, he's tough as hell. Punch hard, two-handed fighter. Can fight, man. But I still want to keep watching him, you know, see what he do. Mark West, shout out to you, family. But gonna really hurt this dude if they fight. Absolutely, Rude Exposure, my guy in the building, man. A1 Hoop Zone. What's good, Brody? How you making out over there? Tio got stupid. Yeah, more than normal. Every time it's time for him to negotiate, gotta put his name in the news. This is what happens when you don't live up to the plan that was laid and you got limited options, right? And he's further limiting his options, Rick, because he's not accepting the smoke that they're providing him with, right? They getting him smoke, Rick. He's saying, nah, he turn around. Nah, I'm cool. I don't want to fight. I don't want him. No, I don't want Brian Norman at 147 for his title that he just got. But then when somebody asks him about it, yeah, I mean, we could do that too. Yeah, you could do that. What are you doing though? What are you doing besides sitting around going to podcast, interview to interview, being racist? What are you doing? Seriously, Tio. What are you doing? Goofy man. What are you doing? And look, y'all, when y'all hear me get passionate about this, it's not no hate for him at all. I'm frustrated because he's very talented, man. Dude could fight. And he's fun to watch. And T.O. first hit the scene. Tell me you wasn't enjoying his fights. I was watching him beat people. I'm like, yo, who is this? I like this Teofimo Lopez kid, man. Athletic as hell. He punching. He talking his talk. He getting in there fighting. He got the Heisman thing going on. He doing the backflips. He doing the corny Fortnite dances. But I'm rocking with all that because he entertaining and he's selling himself. Come on, y'all. Y'all remember, this is that same dude, yo. It was that he was him. He's not the same guy no more, but that was him not too long ago. That's why I'm frustrated, man. This dude really could fight. Come on, man. I mean, listen, words don't hurt nobody, but it's the principle. Come on, bro. That's where you going with it in this kind of time. We out here rooting for you, dude. We out here calling your fights. We out here bigging you up. We out here talking about how talented you are. You get what I'm saying? And that's where you go. Come on, man. You wonder why you ain't gonna make the money like this. You're not getting. It's different. Floyd marketed hate to the point where it meant dollars for him. It was lucrative for him for people to hate. It's not the same for you. It's gonna make people turn their head the other way. There's so many other people to watch than a guy that arguably ain't living up to his full potential, is an up and down performer, is a mixed bag, a wild card, and is liable to say anything if you put a microphone in his face. Come on, man. You hurt yourself. This kid could fight. If it was somebody else, they'd be calling him all types of names and going crazy on him, talking about how he trash. I ain't doing that because he ain't trash. But his mentality is trash. It need changing, bro. He need to sit his ass down, bro. Put the books on pause for a minute, man. Go get your mind right. Go get your mind right. How the hell you don't know the stuff that you saying is gonna make people not want to watch you, Tia? You're not doing what Floyd did. It's going the opposite way. Yeah, it's causing people to hate you, but that's not resulting in them willing to spend money for you. They're just going to ignore. I'm telling you, you're going to fall by the wayside. You're going to be insignificant because you're playing with your own career. You got all that damn talent at 140 where you got a wealth of names where you could prove that you top world class against, but you rather clout chase a guy 2 weight classes above you and one guy that's a weight class below you in a weight class that you grew out of already. Come on, dude. You conveniently speaking tank. Like what? Then this is how you know it's just bullshit and it's hearsay, because when you get asked who you want to fight the most, man, the way you talking, I would think it was Crawford if I had to pick out of the two. But why you can't just say that? Why you can't just say that? You could come a different way. Terence Crawford's the ultimate competitor. He even said it himself. It's the way you going about it. You just going with all disrespect, bringing his name up for no reason. He on some man shit like, yo, stop playing with my name like that. This ain't entertainment no more. You crossing lines. See what Shakur saying now. Somebody run up to you, punch your head off because you crossing lines you ain't supposed to cross. Then what? Come on, man. You corny. This shit ain't the way. Be talented, man. Let your talent guide you to the top, dude. Let your talent guide you to the top. If you want to talk your shit as a competitor on the way there, do it. But this ain't the way. going to these podcasts, doubling down with this ignorance. And I think it's strange that he got black folks that's giving him these interviews. And I don't know if I'd be cool with him just sitting up here saying this on my platform. Like, yo, you can't find no other way to go at these dudes. You can't find no. So why is it just that when it pertains to Tank and Terence Crawford? You didn't do this with nobody else. You didn't do this with Loma. You didn't do this with Josh Taylor. You didn't do this with nobody else you fought, bro. You don't have to do that to get fights, dude. All you got to do is be the talented guy that you are. You said you the takeover, right? That's what we want to see. We still waiting to really see that shit. We seen flashes of it at 35. He was kicking some ass. Then you get beat up by Cambosis and you start acting crazy. So I'm saying you start acting strange. Let me not even say crazy, right? You start acting weird. You start displaying a side of you that's going to make people question why they even support you. Come on, man. Smarten up, dude. All that damn talent, man. All that damn talent. You ain't going to find another job where you able to make the kind of money that you able to make in one night of work in boxing, bro. Respect your sport, man. Like, if you don't do nothing else, respect the sport, man. You treat your sport better than this, man. You ain't going to be talented. You ain't going to be young forever. You ain't going to be super athletic forever. You not. This shit ain't forever, man. You want some type of longevity out of it. You making for damn sure you're going to shorten your career the way you go. I'm telling you. Playing with all the wrong shit. Get in there and be talented, bro. Beat somebody ass, knock them out, do whatever it is you do, outbox them and go do a backflip in the center of the ring, man, and call it a day and get paid like you've been doing. Win the people back over that way. That's how you're going to win the people back over. Not with the disrespect. Not with the turning down fights and then lying saying everybody ducking you. Not with the racial slurs. That shit ain't going to work. None of that stuff ain't getting you no fight. Telling you, man, you're going to find yourself on the bench on top rank looking stupid, watching everybody make millions of dollars while you still complaining that you ain't made $1 million in none of your fights. Man, that shit is self-inflicted. T.O., get back on the ball, man. Get your mind right, dude. Ashley's corner, what it do, cuzzo? How you feeling? OG Blaze, what's good? Why don't somebody step up and shut him up inside the ring? Because, bro, he got opportunities to do that. If you pertaining to guys that he's talking about, why don't they step up? Simple reason, OG Blaze. One guy's at 35, that's lightweight. One guy at 54, that's junior middleweight. That's for starters. 2, who does he work for? Who is he promoted by? Top Rank, right? Do you think any of the options that's on the table that Top Rank provided him with had a Tank Davis name on it or Terence Crawford? It's very logical. You get what I'm saying? Just because he talking, that's not how business works. Oh, so he's talking, so yeah, they just gonna fight. Nah, it don't work like that. But he knows that. And he's kind of using the business of boxing, but without saying it to be able to clout chase, because you know your promoter is not interested in making either of those fights at this current juncture. You know that. You know that. You know he's not trying to put you in the ring with Terence Crawford. He know just how maybe you might miss it, but Bob Arum knows full well how talented Terence Crawford is. He don't want to do that right now. You get me? This dude running around here, running his mouth, and he don't really want to fight. That's the thing. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Mike, he said the Loma one got his head big. Absolutely did, man. Absolutely did. Absolutely did. Absolutely did. Look at Rolly. Rolly ain't done none of this. Yeah. Rolly ain't even like this. Rolly ain't even like this. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Queen Melanin Queen. Peace. How you feeling today? Good afternoon. There are both boxers who fight in the ring, calling them monkeys and a big deal. I mean, you speak for yourself, bro. You speak for yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other stuff you could call a man besides that. So, I mean, I think they beg to differ. I think they think it's a big deal. I don't think they respect it. Because they know it got undertones all over it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of straightforward if you really want to be honest. And he know it is. So, I mean, I'm not here to debate whether it's a big deal. It's disrespectful. It ain't about if it's a big deal or a little deal. It's the principle and it's disrespectful. That's not how men carry it. Men don't go below the belt just for attention. That, and I don't even want to say that's some female stuff because I don't want to put female in it. That's some immature, just disrespectful, young, ignorant stuff. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if it's a big deal or not, it's not even the question is the principle, and why are you saying it? You know what I'm saying? Smarten up, man. All that talent going to waste. That's something. Has something going. Fighting on Heisman night. Yeah, he did, Mark West. Yeah, he did. Taylor's Haynes should have been a good one. Nah, it'd be a good fight. It'd be a good fight, but he ain't won it. He ain't won it. Teofimo got beat up by Cambos is right. Chantel was good with the family. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel. Crucial content, my guy. Yeah, all good, OG, all good. We over here. All opinions is welcome. I don't tell you how to think. I ain't gonna tell you wrong either. I'm gonna just always give you something to think about. Like it's not really so much of it being a big deal. It's just the principle of things. Like he know what in this climate, he know full well where he going. And just think about this being boxing. It's really almost like the Wild West is no holds barred. You could say almost anything you want, but think about it. Out of all the stuff that you could say, look where he wants to go with it. And then he knows, right? And just think about it, bro. Like, let's use logic, right? Look at the level of opposition that he's fighting. Not saying that it's bad. He got 2 big wins in Loma and Josh Taylor, but he chose Steve Claggett, turned down. He turned down Raymond Muirtaya, Kenneth Sims, and Elvis Rodriguez, all talented fighters. Then on top of that, you got Brian Norman Jr. and the Devin Haney fight that he could have had. He said no to all of that. All of that, bro. Now he on the sideline. You get what I'm saying? Beefing, talking about he trying to get out his contract, but he want you and I at home to believe, yeah, I want to fight Terence Crawford. Yeah, I picked Steve Claggett when I could have fought better guys. But yeah, I want to go from Steve Claggett to Terence Crawford. Y'all can't believe me? Why y'all don't believe me? Why y'all don't believe I want to fight Terence Crawford? I fought Steve Claggett. Just think about what I'm saying. And no slight to Steve Claggett. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. You get me? Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I picked Steve Claggett when I could have picked more notable names and tougher challenges. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to pick Steve Claggett because, see, ain't nobody fighting guys like that. He was saying this. He was justifying it. Like he didn't pick the least notable guy out of everybody. And then he follows up and they give him an opportunity to go up to 47 and fight Brian Norman, a new titleist, who some feel like that's a winnable fight. He said, nah. Devin Haney, Turkey Al-Sheikh had that fight for him. He said, nah. Look at Devin Haney coming off the situation with Ryan. Everybody else think he should be fooled, right? Teo like, nah, we going in another direction. I'm not making none of this up. Nothing. You get me? And it's so confusing because he's talented. I'm going to keep giving him his just due because as far as what he do in the ring, he deserves it. Even being up and down at the top of his game, bro, he'd give anybody a run for their money, if not beat him. That's why I hate this for Teo. Come on, be smarter than that, dude. Yeah, Norman Jr., OG. Norman Jr., when he chose Steve Claggett, he had Elvis Rodriguez to choose from. He had Kenneth Sims Jr. to choose from, and even Raymond Muirtaya, who's a lightweight, to choose from. He said nah to all of that, chose Steve Claggett. After Steve Claggett, he had an opportunity to go up and challenge Brian Norman, and he had an opportunity to fight Devin Haney, and Turkey Al-Sheikh was going to facilitate it, so he probably would have been able to make more money than he's made in any fight in his career. And he still said, nah. You would think a guy that calls himself the Takeover, that has one of the belts at 140, will be willing to fight a guy like Devin Haney and make money and get the opportunity. He's saying no to all of this stuff, but he's clout chasing a guy that's at lightweight and the other guy's at 154. Can't make this stuff up. That's why I don't believe him. Your moves, if the smoke is what you want, your moves is going to dictate that, not your mouth. And like I said, sometimes in boxing, the things that they say line up with the things that they do. If you look at how Teofimo speaks, and then you look at what he does, it's not on the same page. It's not. Those two things don't go hand in hand. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just he moving in 2 totally different directions. His mouth saying, I want all the smoke. I want to fight all these dangerous guys. Look, I want to fight a Tank Davis. I might be the only one that could beat him. I want to beat Terence Crawford, man. He getting old, man. His legs is gone, all of this stuff. But he don't want to fight these dudes, you know? And then on top of that, you know, your promoter has plans for you, and those guys are not in his plans right now. He knows it. But so that's what makes it easy to say, I want this, I want that. But you don't want nothing. That's like, you know what killed me? Teofimo reminds me of a kid, right? You ever fix a kid something to eat and they start talking about something else that they want? You fix them something good to eat that you know they eat, and they start talking like for conversation purposes. I want a McDonald's or something. He like that. You don't want the food on your plate. You want what I don't have at the moment. And that's what it is. All this food, you know, that we putting up on this tray for you to choose from. You get what I'm saying? You don't want none of this food that you got in front of you, but you want the shit at the restaurant, right? You want me to go out and spend more. That's what he remind me of. He remind me of a kid that don't want to eat the food that's on his plate because he talking about McDonald's or Burger King or something. I'm telling you, bro. He want pizza when you got burgers in front of you. Like, come on, man. You want what's not in front of you. You want what's not available at the time. And that I have a hard time making peace with that. Like, I don't believe you. You get what I'm saying? You come off as very, you know, disingenuous, and you're just not authentic to me. You know, you're just not. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. No problem. Appreciate you as always. Shout out to my guy. That only sissy would allow another man to disrespect him for millions to see over and over again, especially if it's not possible for them to fight. Teal don't campaign at Bud or tank weight class, right? And that's what he doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, he is. He is getting exposed. Said must be 12, right? All right, guys, they don't move how they talk. Yeah. But in this particular instance, why it's on Tio? Because he's making the headlines for all the wrong things, and on top of that, he gets a lot of credit for the things he say he wants to do without having to do it. So yeah, often in boxing you do see that, but in this case, he's going above and beyond with it. You get me? And I got too many examples and too many names of guys that he said no to. All of these other guys that's looked at as top fighters, you can't say that about. No other top fighter could you say undoubtedly is turning down as many fighters as Teofimo right now. It's not even one. Not even one. That's the upsetting part, because I'm gonna say over and over again, y'all, this dude really could fight. This dude really could fight and is talented, man. True culture, what it do? Need boosted fight challenge. TL. I'm not watching support Teofimo Lopez anymore. You see, true culture, that's what he do, bro. Take over the turnover, right? To the taking over. You know what I mean? Mr. Improv, what it do, my guy? You feeling? Jerry said chicken nuggets. Standing 8 count boxing. What's good, fam? How you feeling? Till once Ryan Garcia fame. And I hate to say people be jealous, but yeah, he would like that Ryan Garcia fame shit. Who wouldn't, right? The recognition. And because you think about it, if it went by who you actually beat up, he would have a popularity, right? And Ryan would just be Ryan. But it's just not, that's not how it go. But the odd thing with Tio is it's nothing wrong with him wanting that, right? Because he might feel like he deserves it based on how he move and who he fight. But I think he's really in a position where if he takes these opportunities that Top Rank is giving him and not be difficult, he can really build on his resume and continue to level up. He really could. He's in a position to do better than what he's allowing himself to do. But Teofimo, in my opinion, y'all, is getting in his own way. He getting in his own way. Getting in his own way. All that damn talent going to waste. There's people thinking about people waiting on him hand and foot and wanting to pro. I'm telling you, facts, cuzzo. That's an absolute fact. Still got the best resume in and around his weight class, though. But should just that easy bread. Oh, yeah, I mean, look, Tio got a good resume. Even Tank gave him his credit for him fighting top guys. I mean, that's undeniable. And again, furthermore, why I get frustrated with when I hear the stuff that comes out of his mouth, because I'm like, dude, you just won't allow your talent to speak for yourself. Your talent should be the loudest thing about you. But unfortunately, you got a mouthpiece that you just don't know when to be quiet. He just don't know when to chill. He don't know when to leave well enough alone. That's Teofimo for you, you know? That's him for you, but it's unfortunate, but he going to learn the hard way, y'all. Teofimo going to end up learning the hard way. But let's get to this, man. Y'all all make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if y'all haven't. Let's keep rocking, man. Let me pull this up. We're gonna play some of this, y'all. We're gonna keep building. We're gonna keep getting to it. Never happy looking ass. right, Rick. I mean, run around pissed off at the world because you ain't handling your business. You ain't handling your business right. You know? Feel me? Bear with me, y'all. Y'all smash that like button. Let me pull this up. Meanwhile, you got Keyshawn Davis that I'm going to play some of what he was talking about too. And he's sharing his mental health battles and the things he went through. Man, yo, Keyshawn, shout out to Keyshawn Davis and DB3, man. No, I like that kid, man. It's something truly authentic about Keyshawn Davis to me. It really is. All right, yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, hold on. Let me take this off too.
I ain't stupid. Everyone is able to be touched. Next thing you know, he grabs my father by the arm. Boxing is not about styles. It's about heart.
It's not about styles, it's about heart. It's about heart. So it wasn't about style. So what was the reason that Kambosos beat you? He had more heart than you? Because you had heart in that fight. What was that? It wasn't a style thing? It wasn't that one ain't had nothing to do why you got beat up? Shout out to Front Row with Mac and Rick too, by the way. This is their podcast. Shout out to them. We're going to listen to some of this. We ain't got to listen to the whole thing, but we're going to listen to some of it, man. Y'all bear with your boy. Smash the like button, sub to the channel. Put some color in the chat. All that good stuff. And let's keep rocking. JJ was good with it. Dennis Day beat up and talk crazy in that gym.
I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Front Row
with
Mac
bro.
and Rick.
He hard-headed for
I'm
real.
yours truly, Nathaniel Mac, personal injury and sports and entertainment lawyer.
My name is Rick Morones, president of TMB Promotions, local boxing promoter here in San Antonio, Texas. Man, how exciting this is, man. We got a very, very special guest for you guys.
Yes.
Man, you got make sure if you're at home, wherever you're at, make sure you're standing on your feet for this one. We have the second youngest undisputed boxing world champion superstar in the house.
Legacy
one of the most humblest gentlemen I've ever had the pleasure to meet in the sport of boxing. The takeover himself,
it was a good fight.
Mr. Teofimo Lopez is in the house.
That's right.
So we gotta welcome you to San Antonio, Teo. How you feeling, baby?
I'm feeling great, man. Thank you guys for having me here. It's an honor, really, and I look forward to hear what we got to talk about.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to San Antonio, Texas, man. We're both very big fans of yours and been following your.
I think the problem though, CJ, is always going to be the weight classes, really. You know what I mean? Who knows? But I would love to see either one of them dudes beat him up personally. But the thing is that he's on record turning guys down. These other fighters, you can't name the list. I'm up to about 5 with Teo right
now. Since its inception, since you were in the Olympics and whatnot. So very happy to have you here. But let's get straight into it, man. I know you did a podcast recently with Mason Cameron, and I didn't get to watch it, but I heard some tidbits, and I believe you cleared the air, but let's just start out with it and confirm that the air is clear, and we'll move on.
And you see, they try to throw him a bone a little bit to some degree, y'all, by allowing him an opportunity to speak on something that they know that he spoke on already. And I feel like if you're a smart guy, if you learning from your ignorance, you'll use this as an opportunity to correct anything that people may have misunderstood. You keep saying people taking you out of context, but you continue to double down on the things that rub people the wrong way. So it's not us taking things out of context, it's you taking us for a fool and thinking we can't call you out when you say BS. And it's never gonna work like that.
So there was a statement made directed to 2 people. All right, Tank Davis. And
smash that like button
to the channel. Bud Crawford. Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the statement was directed specifically to those 2 individuals, no one else.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Boxing was good
and
with it, bro.
You know, there was something said about monkeys and bananas. But can you just explain that real quick and just squash it officially?
No, and if I have too many times more, I will. You know, so this is the fight game. So a lot of people don't quite understand that term and how things work. And I sat back and thought about it for about 48 hours before I went on to an interview and expressed what I expressed. Not only was it the same day I was accepting my New York State Boxing Hall of Fame Fighter of the Year award.
Don't nobody give a damn about all that, bro. Stop trying to take people for dummies. We know exactly what the word mean. You don't sit here and tell somebody, like, I know you're not about to give nobody a history lesson on what the word mean. You can't be serious. This is what pisses me off, man. Just let your talent shine, dude. Dude could fight his ass off, and he too damn goofy to realize it. Too loose lip, man. He loose. He like it loose lips, man. Girly mouth. Unc Dre, what's good with it, Unc? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through, man. Don't work too hard on him.
I literally was like, okay, this is my key found moment. I think this is going to work. And what I did, I said and stated, quote, I said, the interviewer said, he asked me a
Alan,
question. He
what's good,
says,
Brody?
if you had to choose between Tank Davis and Terence Bud Crawford, who would you want to face? My response to that was, whichever monkey wants the banana. And and of course I knew that by expressing it that way. And then I said,
Right,
in more context, I just want
right
to put
hand,
out
dog.
there, and I expressed that, well, listen, they say they're gorillas, they say
Early
they
mouth
this,
dude,
and
man.
I'm a lion, so I'm ready to eat one of them. In that.
So why didn't you just say that? And lions don't. What are you talking about? Lions eating monkeys? Like, bro, what? What? When do you turn to the Discovery Channel and see that? Like, and I'm not saying that a lion ain't never attack or kill or eat a monkey, but seriously, bro, you act like that's on they hit list. That's their top number one thing to do. Lions eating monkeys. That's corny as hell. Goofy man. Again, bro. He got this uncomfortable. He got the fake smile with the fake laugh because he know he shouldn't be saying it. All things was good with it, bro. Yeah, he need to be banned. Humble Dragon was good with it, fam. This dude is a fool, man. I'm sorry, y'all. He's an idiot. I'm definitely not playing this whole thing.
Regard, calling ourselves animals in that time, and people are gonna pull it out and use it,
Take it out of context.
but that's what I was expecting.
Not taking it out of context.
So the reason why I expected that was because I'm trying everything possibly to make a fight with the best fighting the best. We're doing it, we're pushing it,
Marshawn,
and nothing's happening. No traction, no nothing. But
because you are actively turning down fights that Top Rank is putting on the table for you. And the fights that you are asking for, you're trying to shine it up by saying, yeah, you just want to fight the best. But in reality, you know how boxing works. You know you can't just go facilitate your own fights. You know full well calling people monkeys is not going to make Bob Arum make the fight with you and Bud Crawford or you and Tank Davis. You know full well if anybody else don't, if anybody knows, it's him. He knows full well that that's not how you gonna get a fight. You ain't do that to get Loma. You ain't do it to get Josh Taylor and nobody else that you fought. But now two guys that's not in your weight class, they got to be monkeys for you to get the fight, and you want us to believe it. Man, get your weird ass on, man. This dude can fight, but he's very immature. Very.
if I hit,
Hey, Dixon,
it
what's
almost
good,
seems
Jay?
illegal what I mentioned and what I said, right? It sounds racial. But the slur was illegal. It was legal blow right to the belt line. That's what it was. It was a legal blow right to the belt line. It doesn't state that I called them specifically the N-word or any of those things. I usually what I just did was in that moment use the term and use it as a analogy or whatever.
That's not an analogy
or even a metaphor because it's not real. And in that moment, I knew that this was going to espouse something that was going to cause a lot of attention. And it's not about clout chasing.
You passed the test on that one, huh?
Yeah, you got their attention.
Exactly. And the reason why is because, well, there's nothing else happening. So how can I get everyone to come on board and push their fighters? Let's just say that, right? Push their favorite fighters to fight this guy. Well, this is boxing, and this is the things that boxing people don't understand. Why it's the toughest sport in the world. You have to be tough mentally, physically, emotionally, completely emotional. And on top of that, you have to have like that thrive of the eye of the tiger. And if you can't mesh with that just by the tone of expression, then you're not fit to fight in boxing. That was just my thing. But that was
so he basically saying, if you're not allowing him, Creole the Traveler, was good, family. If you're not allowing him to call you monkeys and talk about getting bananas without getting offended, then you not cut out the box. That's what he's saying. What about if you get beat up by Cambosis and cry that your esophagus was exploded and you had too much air in your chest and all this weird stuff? What about that stuff? What about that? You got beat up by that guy. Do that mean you cut out for it? When you got beat up by Sandor Martin and they gave you a mercy win, when they gave you a mercy win against Sandor Martin and you was on the TV talking about, do I still got it? Should we be questioning if you cut out for it? Because I don't think any of the fighters that you speaking of was ever on record questioning if they still got it after getting beat up and getting a gift decision. Like, I don't know if any of the fighters did that. I don't know if anybody's claiming to be 2-time undisputed and never was. Like, I don't know. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. So now people, they are cut out for it. But what they're not going to do is just sit idly by while you disrespect us and act like we can't see what you're talking about. And then you continue to double down and get these very poor ass explanations as to what you meant. You sound dumb. Like I said before, I never thought I'd say this, but T.O. put the books down because they're not helping. They're not helping, bro. Put the books down. You sound like an idiot. You're not smart. You're not intelligent. You're not fooling nobody. You're not trying to make a fight. You pissing people off, and you're going to continue to piss people off. And then when you lose, people are going to be glad that you lost, and you're going to become irrelevant and obsolete in the sport of boxing. You're going to see just how fast the sport passed you by without even thinking about you.
Typically, those two fighters, I don't have anything against no type of race or anything of that sort. I have for what? What's the need for it, really? Yeah. However, you need to cause traction. Right, you need to cause hate, and those are the things that make people want to come and watch, and I have to do that in some way.
So you didn't have to be racist, and he's admitting that that's what that was, and he said he sat here and thought about it for 48 hours and all this before he said it. There's no way in hell you thought about that. This guy is a complete idiot, man. I'm sorry. He's not genuine. He's not authentic at all. He's fake. This shit is fake. You did not sit there and think about that. You was uncomfortable. That's a good one, right? That's a good one. You was looking for validation and you couldn't get it. It's not a good one. He's an idiot, man. You looking to cause hate to get fights? I'm trying to understand what you talking about. So you didn't have to cause no hate to get none of these other fights. People argue all the time how your resume is so great. You got one of the best resumes. You didn't have to put out no hate and no racial slurs to get none of them other big fights. But to get fights that's not in your weight class, that's how you going to do it. What about the fights in your weight class? You don't got no smoke for nobody in your weight class. You got a title. Don't want to unify. Don't want to chase down other titles. Don't want to actually become undisputed in your current weight class. You want to clout chase Terence Crawford and Tank Davis by calling them monkeys and talking about bananas. Cool, I got it. Meanwhile, turning down everybody that Top Rank is offering you, knowing that the two guys that you claiming you want to fight with the disrespect and the racism is guys that's not even on the table for you. You complete idiot. You think people foolish enough to believe this? I'm pulling his coattails, and T.O. is not who he say he is, and I rarely do this. He is not who he say he is. Cal Cooley, blessings, family. He's a fool, man. He's not moving right. He's very immature, and he don't got no respect for the same sport that's allowing him to live the lifestyle that he is living. You know what I mean? All he doing is complaining about the money that he is making. Meanwhile, when you got opportunities to fight meaningful opposition, you sitting by and you not doing it. You going up on these podcasts being a damn fool. There's no way in hell I will let you on a podcast to talk crazy. Say that without grilling you about it. You don't know all the things you could say to get a goddamn
I think
fight.
you were definitely successful.
You dummy. It's so many other things you could say to get a fight. You don't have to go talking about this right at the belt. No, it's below the belt. That's why we here now. It's below the belt, and you keep on doing it. Man, I can't wait till somebody beat him up. I can't in the ring, yeah. I'm talking about in the ring. Just can't wait to see him. He need to get chipped up, yeah.
Tank came out, he responded. Bud came out, he responded. I don't know if you've heard the responses or read the responses.
No.
But Bud was talking about how you like to showboat or pretend you're tough when you're with your security or when you're deep with your folks and whatnot. But when it's just you by yourself, it's whatever.
I could express that too. So I was going through the front row, like technically ringside for Canelo versus Berlanga, and that wasn't my security. That was the event, and they just had guards right there in the middle of us expressing and talking.
Yeah, I actually saw the video. They were staff. Yeah, from the video.
They was all staff. Okay. Those are none of my security guards. Bud was looking at me, and I said, "So when are we gonna fight?" And he came up to us and approached. Next thing you know, he grabs my father by the arm. He says, "Hey, man, I don't know what the heck got into you, but you don't ever put your hand on me," because my father grabbed him after his fight against Madrimov, and he said, "Yo, fight my son." So I'm sure that kept playing in Crawford's head. But yeah, man, when it got to the point, he was jabbing like this, and then he ended up poking my face.
Like the movie shot.
And I just lost my shit. And then security was just all there trying to hold me down. I don't play that, One thing's us talking.
He don't
So
play
yeah, I guess sitting back, I was like, how am I gonna get this mother? I was like, I know this is gonna cause some friction. All right, well, fuck you. You a monkey to me right now, and fuck it. It is what it is. It's a fight game, and I don't mean that to, but like that's when we're gonna go throw down. Like
There's only one way to settle it. You guys need to get in the ring.
Exactly. And what did he say? He said outside the ring, and I don't play by those rules. Me, I don't. I'm just someone that everything I do, my business is in the ring. It's not outside the ring because. Truth be told, a lot of things can happen south, you know, and we don't need to bury people right now.
Yeah.
We need to inspire people right now.
No doubt. And
How are you going to inspire people by referring to them as monkeys, you idiot? All he do is talk, double talk, contradict himself. He just be talking, bro. He really talk because he got lips. I swear he do. Nothing he be saying makes sense. You talking about inspiring people, but then you calling people monkeys? Talking about bananas and you doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on it. This guy's a complete idiot, man. All over the place. You're not inspiring nobody. The only thing you're going to inspire with that kind of disrespect is an ass whooping. You're going to inspire an ass whooping. That's what's going to happen, bro. You're going to inspire an ass whooping.
And me knowing you, Tio, on a personal level, you know, when I watched the video, that was something like I knew your intention behind it, you know. Like I said, I've known you and you've been a guy that you've just been real humble, good to everybody. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, you try to poke the bear and it worked. And, you know, the fans want to see these fights. The fans want to see these big fights. And at the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez, you got Gervonta Davis, you got Ryan Garcia, you got these big names. And that's what the fans want to see. And that's what, you know, at least, you know, there's got to be some credibility there for you where you're doing everything and anything, obviously, to make these big fights happen. So, you know, we applaud you for that as fans of the sport of boxing. So, yeah, man, it was crazy to.
No, yeah, and still nothing, you know. We don't know what Crawford is going to do. He may face as a unification bout at 154 against Sebastian Fundora. So that's in talks. We just got confirmation Gervonta Tank Davis is facing Lamont Roach in December in Houston, Texas. So the names I was calling, obviously they weren't interested. So, you know, now it's time for me to just keep moving forward.
Is Shakur on that list?
Shakur?
Yeah.
He's still at 35.
Real quick, let me pause. Shout out to Big Dre and the Cash App, man. He said for the challenge first, he's starting the challenge off. Much love to my guy, Big Dre.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
The worst part is there's people out there screaming, "You're right, Teal. Yeah, you just tried to poke the bear in. Yeah. K calls it what it do. Yeah, you tried to poke the bear in. Yeah, and it worked. About to get your ass beat poking the bear, bro. You about to get beat up outside the ring playing with these people.
5, got injured. If it comes around, I mean, everybody talks about him. I know from the Mace camera, I'm serious about this. Like, I just don't want to give him his first loss. And it's nothing for the fact that, oh, he's this, he's that. No, I just, I think we've all known each other since teenagers. And I remember Shakur was there at one point when I had lost the finals of the Junior National Golden Gloves, and I was crying, but then he had one that year. I think it was 2011. Yeah, 2011. And I was crying, and he came to the back, and he was talking to me. So I think that on that level, I think that's why. So, like, at least he was there to, like, give me some, like, advice and, like, pick my head up, keep moving forward. And I think it'd just be messed up if I go back and I whip that ass and then I kind of give him that kind of up.
Nothing personal.
Yeah, whatever, man. That's the first time I heard that story. So let me guess, you lost. You lost, and he went back there and gave you some words of encouragement. But you went on Mason Cam. I think this was Mason Cam when you said that, and you claimed that he lost and he was ready to end it all. So that's how you pay him back. You go tell that bogus ass story, but then you come and tell this story as to why you don't want to fight him because he bigged you up after you lost. After he lost, idiot, man. This dude is an idiot. Now let me just call it what it is. You know why you don't want to fight Shakur? I'm going to tell you what it is, T.O., and you know full well, because he got the kind of style that would make you look bad. He got the kind of style that would make you look bad. He ain't gonna do what you want him to do for you to look good. You like guys to come forward and just, give you the looks that you need so you can look the way you want to look. It's gonna go the opposite way, and you know that. So just call it what it is. He got one of them styles that you would hate to be in there with. You think Sandor Martin had you questioning shit? You think Sandor Martin had you questioning shit? You think Cambosis beat you up? You think Jermaine Ortiz had you questioning shit and looking suspect? Getting there with Shakur, you getting beat up. It's no different in my opinion. You're gonna get your ass beat. You know what I mean? Nothing pound for pound by losing to Cambosos. Facts, bro. Facts. Shout out to the queen, Lisa, in the Cash App, supporting the Cash App challenge. I appreciate y'all starting the challenge, man. Much love to the queen. Appreciate you, Lisa, as always. Oops, my bad, y'all.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Ain't nothing pound for pound about it, man. Sitting around here being weird to fake get fights. This ain't how you get no fight, T.O.
Strictly business.
Yeah, it's just, hey, but if it comes around, it comes around. If everybody thinks that this guy is that guy, then so be it.
Yeah, and speaking of fighters, man, I gotta ask you. Obviously, you're arguably, one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing, if not the biggest right now. What do you think of all the whole situation with Devin suing Ryan and this whole little thing that they got going on? What's your take on those things?
Yeah, that's the thing. Boxing has definitely it's turning into more business than it is a sport, and just by moments like this where they are suing each other for X amount of reasons, devaluing like the sport at the same time devaluing the fighter and what they're doing. I think that it's boxing. So many people have cheated before, and you just got to come back and show the people why you are the best. That's just my own theory, the way I look at it. However they are and how they are doing this, everything. I would just say, it's bad. Looks really bad.
Yeah, no doubt.
So how prevalent is doping in boxing? Is that something you see quite often?
Yeah, that's something that tends to happen a lot in boxing for sure, especially in the pro ranks. It definitely comes around. For me, I prefer having USADA into the doping agency, so to speak. Just having them involved in this and drug testing, because I think that the more strict that we have anti-doping agencies to come through, I think that the sport will be better. Right. Me, I'm a clean athlete, always have, always will be. So I don't that's
right, Cal. You can, without business, how you gonna have the sport? How you gonna get paid? This is probably why he make the money he make. Not saying it's bad money, but opposed to what everybody else getting. According to him, this is probably why he in that situation as opposed to the situation they in. Is he just a damn silly, and they probably know that.
This is why I'm very expressive about this, because it's very urgent. A lot of people are doing certain things that are uncalled for, and that makes them want to go out there and perform like they are this person, but it's not. It's the drug use they're using or the doping. You have others out there that have been caught red-handed, and they just get a slap on the wrist, and people forget about them. Within weeks, they forget about it. And that's because of the media and the propaganda and the way that they are able to format this boxing. Right. Or just the whole industry.
Yeah.
It makes you forget about something because something else just popped up. And it's uncalled for, because we actually do risk our lives in there.
Absolutely.
So, me personally, I think that we need to bring in USADA or WADA, and on top of VADA, and just kind of if we could have two different types of doping agencies, I think that'll help the sport a bit more.
Okay. I know the UFC had an agency at one time, and I think Conor McGregor was a part of getting rid of it.
Yep.
And now I don't think they have anything,
no,
if I'm not mistaken. So
they may use the commission.
Okay.
They'll use the commission from the state. That's how it tends to work. However, it's not something that is like 24/7, 365 annually
Right,
or any of
Jay.
that sort per company that they work with. So for me, Takeover Promotions and stuff, moving forward, and this is things that I was expressive before, because when I faced George Kambosos Jr., they didn't drug test us after the fight. When I faced Sandor Martin, they didn't drug test us after the fight. Mine, they could have drug tested me in the hospital when I went. And I think that this is just my opinion. I think that when I faced Kambosos, they admitted him to the hospital and nothing was wrong with him. You know, nothing was wrong with him. However, from my own knowledge, I believe that was a formal way to avoid a drug test. And then when the Sandor Martin fight happened in Madison Square Garden, December 2022, I was waiting in my locker room after the fight, waiting for the drug testing and everything. Father never came through, and they stated out saying that it was because it was past midnight. And I've seen them before, and I've spoke with them before, and I don't know what happened then, because I don't need to get them involved with me. So this is just from my unexperienced opinion. And so yeah, I know that I always ask questions, and I came to asking them like, hey, do you guys wait? And they were like, yeah, we sometimes have to stay till 3 a.m. until they piss. So I'm like, what happened then in New York? Some things just don't add up. And that's boxing for you. I don't really.
So he damn near indicating that Kambosos got out of a drug test by going to the hospital. But at the same token, he said just listen to this guy. He's saying Kambosos went to the hospital to avoid drug testing, but he also went to the hospital. So what did you go to the hospital? Talking about they could have drug tested me at the hospital, but he went to the hospital, and I believe it was one way to avoid a drug test. So you mean that's the same way you avoided it, going to the hospital? You can't make this stuff up. You wait till all the way till now to start talking about drug testing and trying to make it seem like guys ain't testing or they doing something fishy. Like, you can't make this up. Nah, Kambosos ain't beat you because he was dirty. He beat you because you wasn't focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the hell he talking about. Except believe some of them those sanctioned body fees to go towards 24/7 tests for boxers. Yeah, testing is expensive. That would be a good place to spend some of that sanctioning fee money.
Try not to complain about it. Just trying to
Talking
find a
to
solution.
Teals like I was wondering,
because it is a problem.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right, Aisha.
Yeah, and off that subject a little bit, man, there's something I wanted to ask you as well. Boxing since I remember as a kid, there's been so many father-son relationships
I promise
that
you,
didn't
Cal.
work out,
Yep.
And you and your father have so
Crawford
much
said
success
it,
together,
television.
man.
Crawford said, Fundora turned him down to go to Spence route.
And I hear you talk about him. I hear him speak about you, and there's a lot of you can tell there's a lot that connection is there, and I think how does that feel? You accomplishing.
McQueen was good
a
with
lot
it,
of people
bro.
forget you're what we call an accomplished fighter. As an amateur,
Walking in with his lead
you
hand
were at
down,
the top.
jabbing
And as
to
a professional boxer, you weren't just a
that's
world
what got
champion,
his
winning
ass
undisputed
dropped till he
titles.
got dropped, right.
That's something a lot of people don't get to accomplish, and you did it all with your father in your corner. How does that make you feel as a fighter?
When the people love is at, the passion of God comes through. So, like Tupac, I think he said, eventually, he'll start realizing the things that he already has is worth way more than what he was. Amateur fight, did a backflip, and then the rest was history.
So we got another guy that does backflips, man.
Yeah, we do about that.
We got Tank Davis throwing backflips off the ropes now.
We know where he got it from.
Man,
Teofimo Lopez
shit
Gervonta
from
there.
him.
One guy's got a flip at the end. Only one guy's gonna have that honor.
Exactly.
The backflip.
I love it.
Can't wait.
Is it gonna be an original or is it gonna be the copy?
Yeah.
So
Originated.
And I my thing was we all know each other though. Every fighter that you mentioned, whether it was Shakur, it was Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, myself, a few more actually. There's a good amount of them in the list. We all kind of grew up in the amateurs. We all kind of were in certain regions, and then we'll all meet in the nationals. So we all known each other since like me and Tank. I would say by 11 years old we known each other. The rest 12, 13, give or take.
So you've known Ryan for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always chased the girls. He's always been that way.
Okay. How would you explain his recent behavior? It's been a little odd. Do you have any input on that?
Yeah, I think that it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, at that age, you know, he's I think he's a year younger than me. But it's just a lot to handle for him, you know, and sometimes you need to decompress, but where can you when everyone's around you? That's why I like to do certain things, sometimes solo, because you need that
Carry
kind of
stupid.
clarity in that space to revisit and revamp yourself. And I think that's what he's maybe missing, you know. But he seems like he's holding his own, trying to maintain and trying to, you know, make things happen. But he's dealing with a lot of consequences of his own actions. So it's just part of growing up, maturing, and eventually, you know, he'll start realizing the things that he already has is worth. It's worth way more than what
He's
he's
like an elder
what he's aiming
statesman.
for, what he thinks he has, and that's his kids. I think his kids, he needs just to. That's why he got girls, you know. Just jump right in there, you know. Stay with them, be close with them.
Yeah.
They'll soften you up in a harmonious way, you know.
Absolutely.
I got 5 girls, man. I used to
5
daughters and 1 boy.
Hey, you tried though. Got that last one.
Well, no, the last one's a girl still.
Oh, the last
Yeah.
one. So wait, the first one was the.
He kept going.
Yeah. So my story is just crazy.
All right, that's that. I think that about wraps it up. I pretty much heard all I wanted to hear out of that one. So there y'all have it, y'all. You know, T.O. is still on BS. He's still disrespecting, you know, Bud Crawford and Gervonta Davis. But the thing about it all is he still ain't really giving you no answers to who he really want to fight. Did you notice that? Never really said it. He just likes to, and that further proves that he just likes talking about these guys. He likes the attention that talking about these guys gets him. So if I can convince the world, like I said, that I want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis and Terence Bud Crawford, then I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't actually got to do it. I can just convince people that I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to do it for real. So that's what type of time he on, unfortunately. You know, that's what he on. He on that type of time. He ain't really trying to fight them dudes. And he ain't got me fooled. I don't believe he got some of these dudes fooled. Maybe them interviewers, but man, I know what time it is, man. I know what time it is. And you would have. It's so many other ways to go about a fight. It's so many, and you know it. You notice the only thing that's this gonna make people do is wanna really put hands on you outside the ring, and you talking about we don't need to be burying nobody and all this other weird stuff. I ain't trying to hear this. Shout out to Fight Hype too. I ain't trying to hear it. I just don't respect his outlook and his explanations. They all very piss poor as to explaining why he used monkey and banana. Like, and then furthermore, he admitted to it being racist. He said he thought about it for 48 hours. He said, you know, he knew it was going to spark some hate and all of this stuff. So you know exactly what you're doing. This is exactly why he gets 0 out and 100% accountability, because he know full well what he's doing. And I think, you know, karma exists, man. You know, and if people don't believe in karma, then the energy you put out, you will get full circle. You know what I'm saying? You will get that energy back full circle. I truly believe that. So running around here putting out unnecessary, foolish energy to bring attention to yourself, you disrespecting people, disrespecting the sport. You're not moving right. You're not even being appreciative because you're not taking advantage of the opportunities that your promoter is providing for you, and got you sitting on the sideline. So I think this is just this is potentially the beginning of things to come if he don't straighten up and start moving right. You get what I'm saying? If he don't straighten up and start moving right, it's potentially gonna get worse for him. Is all I'm saying. Shout out to my bro Allen, man, in the Cash App, man. Much love. Joining in the challenge, man. Much love to my guy Allen. Appreciate you, family.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Who do I think he's most likely to fight next? None of the guys that he's calling for, nobody that we want to see him fight. I honestly don't think so, and I truly don't know where to guess at, because he's fooling people, right? He's turning down quality fights, taking lesser guys, and then keep calling out even tougher guys. Meanwhile, taking lesser guys. So I really can't get a bead on him, man. I can't get a read on him, bro. I don't know exactly what he doing. You know what I mean? He's like, man, condone Teal calling. Yeah, man. They should have checked him. And I don't know what the thought process is behind not like saying anything to him, but maybe they just feel like they letting him off the hook. I don't know, man. But I would have thought by now somebody would have at least said a little more to him. Like, you know, ain't that you got to disrespect him, but you could just check him as a man. You do know how offensive that is to people, right? Specifically black people. You know that there's so many other ways that you could have called these dudes out. You do know that. Like, that way, start making people think that this below this outside of boxing. You know what I mean? You coloring outside the lines when you start talking like that. So you got to be mindful with your mouth, man. Like, you know what I mean? Words have power. Words have power, and everybody ain't for the disrespect. You get me? You don't got to do that. Old enough to believe in the karma also. You get what I'm saying, Mike? So smarten up, man. Talented as you is, man. Let your talent shine. I'm going to always give him credit for being a hell of a fighter, because that's exactly what he is. But he got to smarten up, not only in these interviews and the energy and things that he's putting out, the message. How you going to talk about inspiring some people right off the back of explaining why you calling people monkeys? You think that's inspiring? You think calling people monkeys in a time like this is inspiring? We about to be in 2025. You think that's how you inspire people? Let alone get a fight. Come on, man. You could have said, Tank, you soft, you this, you that. You get so much other stuff you could have said. You know what I'm saying? So you got to smarten up at the end of the day. You get no passes over here, T.O. You talented as hell, but your talent don't supersede, you know, you saying wild ass shit for attention. I ain't rocking with that. You got to do better, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to do better, bro. Super Soda, what's good with it, fam? Got to do better, but we going to keep moving, man. Can't even say shout out to T.O. how I always do when I switch topics, man, but the hell with T.O. right now. I ain't feeling him. He got to smarten up. He ain't moving right, whether it's within the sport, he not moving right. He not interviewing right. He not saying the right things, and he not moving like a fighter. Well, his kind of talent should be moving, in my opinion. In my opinion, y'all. Shout out to Boxing Hacker. Said Ryan versus Teal for the mental illness championships. I'm telling you, throw their asses in there. Ryan and Teal together. Double KO.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Double KO, bro. We'll all win. You know what I mean? Shout out to Boxing Hacker. I appreciate you, fam. Might not be another boxer. All it take is to be at the event amongst some unknown person who felt offended. Next thing you know, you're in a situation, right? And you know when you add alcohol into the mix, and you got yourself a whole other type of situation. So, like Core said, if somebody run up to you and punch your head off because you crossed some lines that you shouldn't cross, you know what I mean? Then what? You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep rolling because, you know, he hasn't been on record really to be diagnosed to having mental illness, I don't believe, but Keyshawn Davis has been a guy in recent memory that's opened up about mental health and things that he's been going through. And shout out to Firehaven. I thought this was very interesting that they caught this. He probably went live and they just uploaded him going live talking about it, but he had an interesting story. And, you know, as it pertains to boxing, I think mental health is real, right? And for me, he's a guy that I think is also one of those misunderstood fighters too. And the more I hear him speak, the more I feel like I can understand where he be coming from. Like this dude, Keyshawn Davis, has been through a thing or two. You know what I mean? And who hasn't at this point in their life, right? But just interesting to know that, you know, through all the stuff this dude been through, he managed to keep it together, still be at the top of his game. Had a bump, obstacle, you know, getting a fight overturned to no contest, right? Getting a win took from him, all that stuff, and just continue to battle and be here, right? With the smoking of the weed, getting caught, you know what I mean, quitting and just staying focused. The dude had a baby. I mean, I think they opened a gym. He got properties. Like this dude, I like this as it pertains to boxing. Like Keyshawn Davis is really embracing what it means to be a businessman. He really is. As soon as Buzz CTO, he get dealt with. I swear. I'm telling you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Dante's boxing talk, my God, what's good with that man on the screen? Would punch Teal head off. If you see, I'm telling you, Brody, what's good with it, fam? Shout out to J Bean Boxing and Batman. Appreciate the support, family. Shout out to everybody participating in the new challenge that y'all started up, and I appreciate it, man. We're gonna keep going. Let's hear what Keyshawn had to say, man.
I could be in a whole nother position right now.
Shout out to Keyshawn. I think this is authentic. I don't care what nobody say. In my opinion, this is what authenticity looks like.
This shit though, it's crazy. I was in high school. I was in 12th grade. I get to school. My counselor, like, you got an evaluation at the school. So I said, okay, I got a lot going on mentally, so I already know why they evaluate me. Get picked up from school. I go straight to the hospital.
Blaze the Bull was good with it.
Ask me all these questions and stuff like that. I'm answering them though, like I'm answering truthfully. I tell them how I feel. Like, yo, I've been thinking this, I've been thinking that. I know harm.
And real quick, I Blaze the Bull. Shout out to you. I ain't mad at him for thinking he could beat guys, right? But I just don't like the way he go about it. I can't tell him what to do and how to move and how to go about it. But there's so many different ways to go about it than going the route that he's going. And he knows full well that he ain't got to go that route to get no damn fight. He trying to get himself hurt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, at work. Appreciate you pulling up while you're at work. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if you haven't. Make sure your notifications on. Let's get to this. What happened, Cal? You ain't like this story?
Myself, I done did some things to my arm. They see the marks. I'm just telling them what it is, how I feel. And my mama called me on the phone, right? My mama called me on the phone, like, I'm in the hospital, dressed me up in a gown and shit. Before I got on the Olympic teams, right? So my mama called me on the phone. She say, hey, Key, they're gonna take you to the mental home.
Right, Dante.
She said, hey, Key. She crying on the phone, though. She bawling, crying like somebody that died. I said, what's wrong with you? She said, hey, Key, they're gonna take you to the mental home, man. You're only gonna be there for like 1 or 2 days. Don't get mad. She said, don't get mad. Don't get upset. Because they probably keep you in there longer. Just chill. So just think about hearing some stuff like that. And she said, don't get mad, don't get upset, just chill. It's crazy to me, right? But she just being a mother. So later that night, man, it was like I was at the school, so it was 2 o'clock, man. I'm in the hospital all day. I go to sleep that night, right? So I wake up like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Ambulance come in the room, come get me. They come in with a stretcher and like two paramedics. I'm like, damn, what's all this for? They said it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to go to the mental home.
Oh, I got you, Kyle. Shout out to my guy. D-Lay was good with it.
I'm like, all right, bet, fuck it.
And y'all hear this okay?
They strapped me down. Come on. They strapped me down on the stretcher. They strapped me down laying like this, though. Like, I'm strapped in. And I tell them put some headphones in my head. And it won't Hey Siri back then. I had to tell them go on my phone, play some music and shit. Man, I was strapped down in the ambulance, listening to that sirens in the ambulance for a 3-hour ride. No bullshit. A whole 3-hour ride. I'm strapped down, seeing the siren, seeing the lights, hearing the sirens for fucking 3 hours. Going to the mental home. I felt that shit was just that was traumatizing. I ain't know what to expect getting to the mental home. I never even been to the mental. I don't know nothing. They just got me strapped down and I'm riding for 3 hours.
Wow.
Right? Come on, man. So when I get there, right, I'm signing paperwork. I'm not even 18, I'm 17. I start signing paperwork. They telling me take the strings out. my sweatpants. They say take swing out sweatpants.
The
They gave me some more
emblems.
sweatpants.
Right. That's how he
So I'm
said.
like, as they doing all
Emblems.
this checking in and shit. So I asked the doctors, I said, man, how long I gotta be in here? Come here, man. They said, you gotta be here at least a week. I said, a week?
Right,
My mama
Mr.
said
Miles
only a
was
day
good,
or two.
fam.
Y'all talking about a week? What the hell y'all talking about? A week. So I'm about to snap in that shit. I'm about to snap. I'm getting mad. I'm getting angry. I'm about to snap.
Damn, a week.
Man, they said, no, you need to calm down because they will keep you in here longer. They will keep you in here longer. Man, I'm looking at these motherfuckers. I said, I just couldn't even say nothing, bro. So now me being so observant, I'm very observant. I get to looking around. I see people. I see kids for real. They sitting down in a room to my right. They just all like in a meeting type shit. And all of them just looking like still and just looking stiff. But I'm like, man, these is kids though. Man, at that counter, I made a promise. I said, man, I ain't showing no emotions in here. I ain't doing no crying. I ain't getting mad. I ain't showing no emotion. Niggas ain't gonna figure me out. Niggas ain't gonna do none of that. Right? Man, later on that whole day, I'm tired as fuck. I ain't go to sleep in the hospital when I woke up 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't go to sleep in the hospital, and I didn't get no sleep on that freaking 3-hour ride. Get strapped in with the sirens and the lights flickering. Like nowadays, when I see sirens and lights, that shit take me back to that shit traumatizing. Yeah. Come on, man. So later on that night, long story short, my first day was like, it was just like regular. I wasn't participating in nothing. I was quiet, sitting in the cut, just watching everybody. You know what I mean? So later on that night, right, this shit gets crazier. My mama said, before I went to sleep, I got to talk to my mama. My mama said, look, Key, they want you to take medicine, but I ain't gonna let you take no medicine. Like you don't need no medication. I already told you, don't give you no medicine and nothing like that, right? Prince, come on. I can't show you where I'm at. But yeah, she said, I ain't gonna let you take no medication. I already bet, right? So now I talk to her, I go lay down in my bed. Luckily, I'm the only person in there. So as I get in the shower, I just get my thoughts together before I get out the shower. Because in the shower was like my only safe place. It was like my only spot it didn't make me feel like I was in that spot. It was just a shower. And you know, you think in the shower, you get your thoughts together and all that. So I'm in there getting my shit together, right? So when I get out the shower, I lay down. I see a man sitting outside my door. So like a chair sitting outside my door, and in the hallway is bright lights. So I'm trying to go to sleep. So I get up out my bed. I'm about to close the door. The man said, hold on, no. What you doing? You can't close this door. I said, what the fuck you mean I can't close this door? I'm about to go to sleep. He said, no, we gotta watch you while you sleep. I said, why? He said, cause man, you said you was thinking about doing this to yourself, thinking about doing that to yourself. We just trying to make sure you don't do it. I say, man, I knew I should never told y'all that shit, man. Took me about, no lie, it took me about 2 hours just to get some sleep. It's my first night in the job. I still don't get no sleep, right? But it still gets worse, right? When I didn't even like wake up on my own type shit when I'm in a mental home. I ain't even wake up on my own the first night. It was a doctor that was on my arm, bro. It was a doctor that was on my arm with a needle. I wake up with a doctor with a needle. I say, bro, what is you doing? What the fuck? What is you doing, bro? Like, and I scared the lady so bad. She was like, oh my gosh. Because I was really about to fuck this lady. I'm sorry. I was really about to hit this lady, bro. Because you waking me up out my sleep with that fucking needle in my face. Like, y'all really treat me like I'm crazy, bro. And y'all know me. Y'all know I ain't crazy.
With the smile.
You feel me? Wake up with a needle. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning. This time it was 7 in the morning. So I'm like, bro, what is you doing? I raised my fist and everything. Like, she scared me. I'm like, bro. She said, oh my gosh. No. I just need to get blood work. I said, why didn't you wake me up first? She said, I'm sorry. Do you need me to come back? I said, yes,
I'm
come
glad
back.
he did admit to having
Still
some
ain't go back to
problems,
sleep. It was
though,
like an
because he
hour
was
later. She
able to
came
get
back and then
through it.
I let her get blood work. I'm mad as shit. Just mad as shit. She taking my blood because I don't like getting woken up out my sleep. First of all, and I hate needles. You know what I'm saying? So I've raised my fist on some protective shit. I grew up in Norfolk, but she still was tripping. So boom, she take blood work right now. It's time for everybody to get up. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, bro. We gotta get up. It was either 7 or 8. We all had to get up. I think it's 7. We all had to get up at 7. So we all getting up at 7. Boom. Bro, this is no lie. This is the craziest shit I ever seen. One of the craziest shits I ever seen. Bro, everybody, it's like a little, y'all know when y'all go to Walgreens, the prescription desk? That's how it look. It's like a little Walgreens prescription desk that all these kids is moving like zombies. They all, one by one, they take their medicine. The doctors watch them take their medicine. You open your mouth, and you go. One by one. It's like 12 kids. And I'm looking at these niggas like, this what y'all doing in here? This how y'all fixing the problem? It's just giving us medicine and having us talk all day? At 17 years old, I'm like,
that's crazy.
No, this is not how you fix this problem. Right?
Smart man.
They all move like zombies, bro. So they like, I'm the last person. So they like, yo, Keyshawn, you next? I'm like, I'm not taking no medicine. Fuck is you talking about? They said, Keyshawn, you gotta take your medicine or you staying in here. I said, I guarantee you I'm not taking medicine. How about that? She's like, do you need to call your mother? I said, do what the you want to do. I'm not taking no medicine. Right? I get on the phone with my mama. They call my mama. I get on the phone with my mama, right?
Mama in the morning was good with it.
Say, Keyshawn, man, you just gotta do what they gotta do. I say, what, ma? You the one that told me that? I won't take no medicine. You the one that, like, what the fuck is you, like, I ain't say that, but I'm like, what is you talking about? You said I won't gonna take no medicine. Now they trying to take. They said, Keyshawn, she said, Keyshawn, I understand, but they just gonna keep you in there longer. Like, you just gotta do what they say you gotta do.
Right,
and
Dante?
they told me the medicine. They told me the side effects. They told me this is like a small dosage. They're gonna start you off small. If you gotta get more, you'll get more and all that shit. Man, I got my ass in that line and started taking medicine just like everybody else, man. Just like everybody else, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Right? So instantly I feel the medication. I'm having the best sleep of my life off that medication. It's so crazy because the day when I came in, I seen kids just sleep while she like having instructions and she letting them sleep, the instructor. So I'm like, why is she letting these kids sleep? Now I know that medication have your ass knocked out, right? The best sleep I had in my life. Ain't had me thinking certain stuff that I was thinking. But the worst thing about that medication was, come here, I couldn't be myself, bro. I wasn't myself. I ain't feel like me. Like how I'm hyper and I'm funny sometimes, but then I could get serious, but then I could get on your ass. Like, it was just like me being dull.
That's
like
my boy.
Keyshawn. Like I was off 10 edibles or some shit.
Nah.
I'm just stuck. And I'm feeling it in my medication. I said, I don't, a couple of days ago, matter of fact, no, this is how it happened. I'm feeling it, right? So the next day was visitation day, right? Visitation day, right? The first time my family get to see me in the home. I go there. They telling me how I feel, what I experienced, how the medication. I'm like, I mean, the medication cool, but I don't like it. But I feel like it's helping me, but I really don't like it. So they just like, man, just stick it out. My family, my immediate family there. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
When it's time to leave, it's like this little boy, like 8 years old. No. It's this little girl. She like 6.
Shout out to Boxing Hacker, man. Appreciate the 5-piece. Say Keyshawn's story is a testimony of no matter where you are in life, things can always get better. He went through it all. Went through all that. Now look at him now. Yeah, man. That's why I played this. I know everybody ain't gonna be playing Keyshawn video, but I always find jewels and stuff like this. And I think he's one of the more misunderstood young fighters in the sport. But like for me, the more I think I play stuff for people to hear him, you understand him, man. Everybody go through something, man. This dude, I feel like I get it, man. He definitely enjoying every minute of being the fighter that he is. And he on top of his game. He went through all this. You would just never know.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right. Things could always get worse too. That's a fact. And that's another reason why it's good to play this, because he ain't allowed that to happen to him, which is great. Especially once he started having to take medicine. That's crazy.
6 years old, no lie. Youngest could be in there at 6. The oldest could be there at 17. She was 6 years old, brown skin girl. Man, when visitation over, bro, she bawling, crying. Like, no, don't leave me. I want to go home with my family. And deep down inside, all of us feel that way. But we not going to cry. We not going to show it, especially not me, you feel me? So when I seen that shit, she was just showing that emotion that we all was scared to show. You feel me? And that shit fucked with me, bro. That shit fucked with me. Like, damn, this little girl bawling, crying. Like, man, just let her go home type shit.
Don't mess with Texas.
Crazy,
what up, family?
bro. They drugging us in this motherfucker. They got us sitting in this one classroom all day. And then when we go outside, there's big ass gates outside. We can't even jump. This shit's so scary. You can't put your fingers in the gate. It's like damn near a wall, bro. Little girl was bawling, crying, bro. Man, as the next day go by, man, you hear these kids' stories. It's this one kid in there, he like 10 years old. He talking about how his father be abusing him at home and how he be doing certain things so he won't have to go home to his father. And the reason why he was in the mental home was because he did something to get away from his father, and they threw him in the mental home. The day he got released, you hear on the sirens, Kid escape. He's running from his father. He's running from his parents. Go get him. Like sirens going off and shit. I said, that's the same kid that's getting abused at the crib, man. You hear other kids.
Hey, man, that's
They're
real,
kids,
Cal.
bro. I'm the oldest one in there. You know what I'm saying? They all kids, bro. So I'm like, damn, these kids basically got it worse than me. Type shit.
Always somebody that got it worse than you.
Man, that
Right.
shit gave me a whole nother outlook on life. Like, yo, Key, you're not in no bad position right now. You're not in jail. You know what I'm saying? You're not on your deathbed. That whole entire time I'm in the mental home, man.
I'm telling you.
I'm just
right, Aisha.
I'm just thanking God. Like, God, I know you got a bigger plan for me. This real talk, though. I'm like, God, I know you got a bigger plan for me. I know you just knocking my mental down right now. You kicking me down to the ground, because when you build me back up, it's going to be amazing. I'm in the mental home, 17 years old, thinking that, like, I just got to get through this process. I just got to get through this. I know I can fight. I know I can do this. I know who I am, but my mental ain't right yet. My God trying to make sure my mental is right before he take me through all this limelight I'm about to get to.
That's real.
This black lady, she reminded me of my grandmother for some reason. This black lady, I was in the mental home. She pulled me to the side. She said, Keyshawn, you don't really seem like too much is wrong with you. Like, she said, why are you in here? She said, I read your paperwork, and everything they saying is, I can see it, like, they're right. But at the same time, when I actually approach you and talk to you and listen to you, you're actually intelligent. You're actually smart.
Right, frequency, what up, my guy?
I could tell you came from a good home. Like, she was just like, why you in here? So I told her about the boxing. I told her about my family.
Yeah, right, Cash.
I told her about my grandmother passing. I told her about just a lot of personal things I ain't mentioned right here live that I was going through, and gave her a better understanding. She was like, Keyshawn, when you leave here, remember this conversation we had?
Right, Mike.
Also, she said, remember the conversation you had, and also promise yourself that you will never come back here.
Rolly, what up? We're going to talk about that a little bit, too.
Long story short, I got released out the mental home on Halloween.
Wow.
It was Halloween. On some crazy shit. I got released out the mental home on Halloween. Made a promise to myself that I'd never go back. And y'all don't even know how many times in my head I'm like, bro, I think I need to go back. Bro, it's hard for me to stop smoking. Like, I probably need to go sit down in another institution so I can stop smoking. I quit, though. Bro, it was so many times when I got on a USA team, But I made a commitment. And once I started refinding God, it was a wrap. Now I can tell my story comfortably. Now I can tell y'all that I used to take medicine. Now I can actually, hopefully, people can relate to this story. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, God had to kick my mental down first before he raised me back up. That's why when y'all see me fight with a straight face, fighting a dude that's so dirty, fighting a dude that's
Marquis was
willing
good, family.
to risk his life in the ring, you see me in there with a straight face. I'm not worried about none of that.
Talk to him, Mike.
God really put me in this sport for a reason. Yeah. For a real reason. And it's more than me becoming an undisputed champion. It's more than me becoming a world champion.
Ambrose was good.
It's more than that. It's so much more than that. When God got you, it's no telling what he's gonna do. So I'm just here to share my testimony. Like, look, whoever going through that mental health, bro, you can get through it. I wasn't on the USA team going through mental health. I was nobody. I was nothing. But yeah, I still believed in myself. I still believed in God. I still believed in myself. And he took me through that storm, brought me out, and now I'm the businessman.
Talk to him.
Whoever going through mental health, bro, y'all can get through it, bro. Look, I done took the medication. I done been through the worst. I put a gun to my head at one point in time. My brother and Stacks walked in the room. I put it down real quick, but I was thinking like, damn, what if I blow this shit? Like, fuck it. What if I do it?
Man.
They walked in on me. I put it down real quick. They didn't even see it.
Man, this just stop freeze like that. Hold on, pardon me, y'all. That's crazy. Hold on, where we at? 19. It's almost over. All right.
My bad.
I thought that was me. D for the win, my God. What's good with the family?
My bad.
How you feeling, bro?
But to end it off, man, y'all don't give up on yourself, man. Don't give up on yourself, man. If you're not religious, become religious. Believe in Jesus. Believe in God. He'll take you through anything. Not trying to preach to y'all. Just trying to tell y'all my testimony.
Right, Marquis. Facts, bro.
And a lot of people from Norfolk, they go through mental health. You know what I mean? We come from a state that nobody know about. No help out there. There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there for us to strive. God put me in position for my city, for my 757 city. Now y'all got an example, real life example. And I ain't scared to talk about my testimony. Make sure y'all follow me November 8th, man. Scope Arena is about to be a tremendous show. DB3 is coming in town, the family coming in town, and we about to put on a tremendous show, man. Make sure y'all go get them tickets. Make sure y'all come to the after party. We ain't dropped the after party location yet, but trust and believe, it's not even an after party. It's gonna be a celebration. It's gonna be a celebration that Friday night.
Shout out to Mr. Empire, my God. Appreciate you, bro.
So y'all make sure y'all stay in tune with us, man.
Appreciate that,
This is just our first event, and we sold basically 95% of the venue already. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get some tickets, man. 95% already sold. We only got 5% left of the venue not sold. So y'all get y'all tickets, man. Y'all
right.
Y'all keep supporting the business, man.
Give Hampton Roads a treat, man. So shout out to Keyshawn, man. I thought that was real, man. I thought that was dope how he shared his story like that and the stuff he been through. That shit is real. You just never know. And I played that because, like I said before, I think he's one of the most misunderstood young fighters in boxing. And you get to hear him speak, man, a lot of stuff makes sense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff make a lot of sense. Even before I even knew about these battles with mental health, I always said, man, I think it's a reason why that dude enjoy boxing the way he do, the way he talk the way he do. He be having fun, right? I just think it's because he come from something, and now it's he filled in those blanks. Now I see that you've been through some stuff, so You at the point where you just appreciating and having fun. That's what you want. I can see it. You know, a lot of people, he talk too much. He did it, man. That dude hyper, he energetic, man. They try to suppress him. He had to go through that battles and man, imagine that, man. They take you out of school to put you in a damn mental hospital for a week. Man, that's crazy. You know what I mean? You in there taking medication and stuff. Like, man, you probably think you going for a little second and you in there. Man, that's just crazy, man. Then from the, you know, him saying, like he said, putting a gun to his head, thinking about just end it. Man, that's real. That's deep. That's heavy, man. Be that young going through that type of stuff. And like I said, that's why his story need to be told. When it's all said and done, I think he's gonna have a dope story to be told. And you know, good thing for him. He in a good spot. He making a splash right now. That this fight that's coming up in November for him is doing well. Like the tickets did they thing. Like he I don't know, DB3 is about to be something, man. I think, man, he leading the charge, man, rightfully so. He battle tested. He been through enough to know better. So I think he at the point right now where he look like he just appreciating life, man. So I like the young Keyshawn Davis, bro. I think he gonna be around for a while. We're gonna hear that name for a minute, man. So I'm rooting for him for sure. I'm gonna be tuned in. I was trying to make it out to that fight, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. But we'll be here for it, man. We mess around and call that fight live, because why not? You know what I mean? Top ranked card. His homecoming. His brother making a pro debut on the card. I ran into him at the fights. He's a cool dude. He's asking him when he was turning pro. He said soon. And that wasn't too long ago. So now he making a pro debut. Not only making a pro debut, but making it on the card of his brothers. And they having a homecoming. And it's going to be 3 of them up there. So they all compete on that card. I think that's dope. I'm here for it, man. Shout out to Keyshawn, man, for even you know, sharing that with the people like that he, you know, he went through all that stuff mentally, man, and get through it and get to where he at and be at the top of his game. I like the kid even more, man. He battle tested, man. He been through some stuff. I don't know about y'all. It's just something that I could really relate or gravitate to people that I feel like been through some stuff in life, man. And it get deeper than boxing. That's why I say this shit is deeper than boxing. We be sitting here screaming about who these dudes fighting and how this dude a bitch and how this dude scared of this and that. Whole time these dudes battle tested, they done been through shit that's far scarier than any punch that somebody's gonna land in boxing. I don't give a damn, because whatever you got going on in your mind and your head, y'all, that is making you feel like, you know, you it's okay to, you know, put a gun to your head, and then you start actually going through the thoughts like, man, I should just do it. Like that's far more scary to be in that state of mind than anything that's gonna be in front of you in a boxing ring. So don't give me this shit about him being scared and this and that. Like, nah, man, you've been tested in ways that, you know, far more dangerous than what a punch could do. You ain't getting in the ring scared of nobody, bro. Shit he been through. You just will have to do some convincing to, you know, make me believe that he's actually running around scared of something. You know what I mean? You've been through that type of shit. You battle tested in ways that exceed the sport of boxing. So, man, I'm just rooting for him. Salute to him. I like the fact that he shared that. He shed light on it. He's shedding light on his town. He's saying they don't got the help out there. People don't know about the town. Like, that's all that stuff is big. And then he moving the right way. He made some mistakes publicly. He corrected him. Like I said, had a baby. Look like he's slowing himself down. He got a lady. You get what I'm saying? Got his brothers that's pushing. Got his mom, his grandma in his corner. I like to see that, man. I like to see that for fighters, man. And most importantly, like he said, he can fight. And the fact that he's focused and dialed in right now, we just gonna keep seeing the best version of him, I believe. And him and Bomac, think as a tag team, as a duo, they got something nice going on. They cooking. They got something nice, man. He's a very talented young kid, young man. So I'm rooting for Keyshawn, man. I like that story that he just shared, man. So shout out to him. Me be Andy Cruz before I become a fan, not me. I don't know if you really seen all of those fights, or you know, I don't know. I don't know what you seen and didn't see, but them fights were competitive. It ain't like he got his ass beat. Andy Cruz, 29 years old right now. Keyshawn, 25. You get what I'm saying? Like, he had some years on him when they fought. Not to say that that's the end all be all, but he had far more experience in the amateur rank. So And even with that being said, he still was very competitive against Andy Cruz. It wasn't a walk in the park for him, but as a professional, he definitely got a more of a pro ready style. You know, Andy Cruz, I think, mastered the amateur ranks with those 2 gold medals. You can't take nothing from him. But I think as a professional, Keyshawn got a more pro ready style. It's similar to Errol Spence. And even with that, Andy Cruz, I mean, Keyshawn Davis still won a silver medal. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence was an Olympian. He ain't medal at all. I don't think that was a lack of talent or skill. I just think he had a more pro-ready style. Some people's styles is just more suited to that amateur game, scoring, scoring points. And Andy Cruz is one of the best at it. That's why he got 2 gold medals to show for it. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. But though, even with that, those fights were competitive. And I don't know about y'all, but if there was a fight now as professionals, I definitely got Keyshawn because of the style. You know what I mean? He looked more ready. You know what I mean? He transitioned from an amateur to a pro more smoothly. I'm not saying that Andy Cruz having a tough transition or nothing, but it seemed to be a little more natural. Seemed to come a little more natural to Keyshawn because that's because of the way he fight. You get what I'm saying? So, and with Andy being a Cuban, you know, they fight a certain way. They got a certain style too. And then him to spend that exceptional amount of time in the amateurs, you can understand why it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of work the kinks out, right? To fully transition from being an amateur where you worried about scoring points to now it's about hurting people. It's still about scoring, but you want to hurt your man now. So that's the transition that Andy Cruz is in right now. And I think Keyshawn's transition phase has been a lot smoother and faster, just more natural. So right now I got Keyshawn beating him, but I don't hold no amateur wins. I mean, no amateur losses, should I say, against nobody as a professional. He doing his thing, but so is Andy Cruz. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep rolling, man. We're gonna talk about 2 more things before we get up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, rocking with your boy. I appreciate all y'all. We're gonna keep going. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis, man. Keep going out there and proving these people wrong, bro. He said Emiliano cook Keyshawn. Yeah, man. I mean, look, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You know what I mean? What I'm gonna say now, you tripping. I just don't think I don't see that, but Emiliano is nice though. But I don't see that. I think Keyshawn is closer to a title than he is at this point, too. But nonetheless, Emiliano Vargas is the goods, in my opinion. He might be the most talented out of the brothers, out of the Vargas brothers, but we'll see. But I don't think Keyshawn getting cooked by nobody. I think he's going to be a tough fight for whoever he fight. I ain't saying he can't lose, but that dude, he just got it. He got it. You know what I mean? His pedigree, he ain't getting cooked by no Vargas. Hell nah. That dude's smart. He know how to fight. He know how to be physical when he need to. He a 2-handed fighter. He got a good offensive arsenal. He places punches well. He got really solid defense. He's a polished fighter. Keyshawn is a very polished fighter with good Olympic pedigree to back it up, with a silver medal to back it up. So I don't think nobody cooking him. You know what I mean? No time soon. But, we're going to see. We're going to see. But let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling. Boom, boom, boom. Something else I wanted to talk about. Regis Prograis, Jack Catterall, fight week. They fight Saturday, man. Felt like I ain't showed them enough love, but I definitely spent a few moments speaking on it now. Know a lot of people count Regis out because of how he looked against Devin Haney. I will say right off the bat, Devin Haney's style was always going to be a difficult style for Regis to deal with, especially you mix it with the height, the length, and things like that, the discipline that he showed to stick to a game plan, box from the outside, and be smart. There's no surprise that fight played out the way it did. There's a couple contributing factors, although, Regis getting a little older. Devin Haney, like I said, just always stylistically would be a tough fight for Regis at any point in his career. Definitely when he looked like he's slowing down just a bit, right? Didn't have a good training camp, had a bad training camp, didn't have his trainer that he typically has. And all of that showed, you know what I mean? He tried to box with a boxer to me. And that wasn't a game that he ever could win. When I seen that's the way he was fighting Devin Haney, I knew he was going to be in for a long night because his chin was good enough. to take anything Devin Haney was going to throw, but he wasn't going to be successful in those rounds, and he wasn't. It was one-sided, lopsided victory, the most lopsided victory he ever had in his career. That was pretty much a 12-zip, and I know a lot of people counting him out. They're writing him off. They feel like Jack Catterall better in mostly every area except for power. Regis got some experience. He's been around the block, been tested. He looked like he in phenomenal shape. That shit matters. Think he got Bobby back in his corner. That shit matters, in my opinion. I ain't saying it's going to be the end all be all, but I expect this to be a much more competitive fight than the Devin Haney fight. You know what I mean? For one, styles make fights, and Jack Catterall ain't a guy that just try to box, stay long, and stay on the outside behind the jab. He looks to mix it up too, and he can be hit. And he ain't been looking like the greatest in his last couple fights either. He fought Jorge Linares recently, a guy that been getting knocked out in recent fights, and he just looked very average against Jorge. I thought he would have dominated. It just looked, basic. So jury's still out on Jack Catterall too to raise his level. So I don't think he's just gonna walk through Regis. I think it's gonna be a good fight. And I got a little clip I'm about to play. Regis exposed the fact that Jack Catterall's trainer said he could beat him. You know what I'm saying? Beef fighter, what it do? Put possible. Ennis versus Ortiz Jr., Saudi Arabia. Anything's possible with him involved. You know what I mean? It could be possible. I definitely asked about it if I could find out any what's the weight behind the claim, but anything is possible. And why that's possible? Because you hear Bozy already, they didn't want this fight, but they kind of had to take it. Mandatory situation. If they can't get no other fights, they going up to 54. And I always felt like that was going to be one of his fights that he was going to make with Ortiz. So we'll see it play out. But I think Boots is 54 bound, and he's going to be there a matter of time before he be up there. But let's play this little clip from Regis Prograis pulling up the receipts for Jack Catterall and his team, man.
Sam actually said I will beat Jack's ass a long time ago, right? And I got proof right now. If y'all want to hear it, I got proof. He said flatten him.
Right hand to God, never said that. Listen, you've been hitting the head too much by Devin Haney, my friend.
Watch this. Listen, everybody, be quiet.
I like Jack, by the way. I know him very well, but I do think you flatten him. You understand what I mean? Because you're a different guy to Josh Taylor. Jack wants to fight, but I think your dad promoter was like,
I know when that was. I know when that was. Want to do it again? Wait, hold on.
We just need to hear it one more time.
I know when that was.
Hold on.
I know when that was. Regis, I've got some messages of you, so just think very carefully before you play that next one.
I know him very well, but I do think... I like Jack, by the way. I know him very well, but I do think you flatten him.
This is before I knew Jack. I'd never met Jack before.
Wants to fight you, but I think...
You never met Jack?
I'd never met Jack. I've only known him 2 years.
All right. Well, why you... Exactly.
Regis, I've got some messages of you, and they'll be posted later.
Go ahead, do it. That's fine.
Sam, just a very quick word from you on Saturday night. What happens?
Jack's gonna beat him.
That ain't what you just said. You already said that. That was to what?
That was like 2 years ago.
You said it though, right?
Tell me the date when it was.
You said it though, right?
Show me the date.
You said it, right?
You're worried what I'm gonna dig up now.
First off, he said, I got hit too many times, and now he said, it was 2 years ago. What was it, Sam? Come on, you flip-flopping.
Regis,
come on, let's face off.
Regis, you've said nothing the whole build-up. And I've been nothing but respectful to you, but now I'm going to dig some stuff on you, my friend.
That's
good
fine.
Look on
let's
that.
Go. That's fine.
Let's go face off. Why is Evans not allowed up there? Why is Evans not allowed up there?
Listen, Evans is right there. Could you pass the mic to Evans one second?
Why is he not up there?
Could you pass the mic, Evans?
Yeah, he can talk.
We've missed you. Just a few words, your sum up of this fight and what happens on Saturday night.
We want Prograis is going to give the good people in Manchester what they want, which is a tough-ass fight. He's been tough his whole career. We haven't fucked around in camp, and we're going to put Manchester on notice that Regis Prograis is back, and whatever you said, I don't give a shit about that. Saturday night, Regis Prograis will raise his hand right here in Manchester. You people in Manchester deserve a good fight. You got two good fighters, Catterall and Prograis, and it's going down just like that.
All right, let's hear it, everybody. Well done.
Man. It got him, exposed his ass, man. And Regis pulled out the receipts for that ass, man. So his own team, I think Regis got a shot. And I don't care how many years ago it was either. you said it. You know what I mean? You said you didn't say it. You had your right hand to God, all that stuff. You got hit in the head too much. All that stuff was cute, but Regis had that receipt. Now he got you scrambling, talking about you going to dig up some stuff on him. I doubt it. He just talking. He ain't going to post nothing. It ain't nothing to post, but I thought that was cool nonetheless. So got, his team on his side thinking that Regis got a shot, man. So, look, different style fight for Regis for sure. I think this one to be a lot more competitive. Like I said, seen somebody say he looked weight drained. I don't think so at all. Regis like he in great shape. His face don't look sunk in and none of that. Seeing him at, face off and all that. He looks solid, man. He look ready to go. His energy look on point. I see Bobby back in the mix. That should make a difference, especially with the game plan and executing, man. Because that last guy that he had training him was pissing me off, man. Man, he was pissing me off. And he was talking about stopping the fight. He was blowing my shit. So I think he'll be closer to his element against Catterall, and I think you'll see a better fight. You know what I'm saying? Jack can box, though, man. Jack can box, but he is beatable and he's hittable as well. So just gonna see. Like I said, he fought Jorge Linares, and I ain't see him go for it in there. I ain't really see him do what he needed to do. You know what I mean? I ain't see it. You know, Catterall gets hit a lot. Regis gonna touch him and put him out 9. Shit, man, that boy flip flop. Yeah, man, he got him. Cat still be wearing wires. Got his ass. Fate was good with it. Nah, I like the receipt personally though, because he tried to act like he ain't never said it. Man, he like, man, you think I'm gonna beat him too? Wonder if the loser retires. I think Catterall for sure definitely stick around. I think maybe the question will be on Regis's mind, maybe, possibly, maybe, possibly be on his mind, depending on how the fight play out. But I think we got a good one this Saturday, bro. I think we got a good fight. Like I said, Regis looked like he's in really good shape, man. That shit mattered to me. Having Bobby back in his corner definitely mattered to me. I like it, man. I like what I'm seeing. I like it. You might see some improvement in Regis boxing wise. You might see him just go back to the things that make him dangerous. Skills, my brother. Hashtag we stronger together. You know it. Ain't no chance in hell Regis getting this. Nah, man, I don't think that's too far-fetched. Like I said, I expected Jack Catterall to kind of handle Jorge Linares. And that fight was a little too, he let him hang around all night. Like, he didn't put him away. Like, so it tells me, like, his punching power ain't nothing too crazy. He wasn't no defensive wizard or nothing on the night. I don't think it'll be nowhere near as difficult for Regis to locate Catterall as it was from to locate Devin Haney. And I think as a result, the fight will play out and look different. Now, maybe Jack Catterall can still box him and pull off the decision, right? But stylistically, I think this is a fight that should mesh pretty well. You know what I mean? It ain't like Jack Catterall like to stay long and box just primarily from the outside. So it's not going to look like the Devin Haney fight for sure. And I think he leaves himself open. He gets hit, and he loses focus a bit in there. And he got to, sometimes Jack Catterall look like he struggled with going through the gears, right, in his fights. He don't look like he be going through the gears properly sometimes. So I think that's going to be an issue as well against Regis, and it might allow him to be able to push the pace. That's something that, the way Devin Haney fought, he took that play away from Regis. He wasn't able to try to push the pace. I mean, when he tried, he just was nullified with jabs, straight right hands, and Dev just moving out of distance, out of range. He just couldn't, he didn't have an answer for it all night. Shout out to my brother. Skills. Catterall stays in the pocket a lot. It's very repetitive. Absolutely. Can be predictable at times. Very, very. And lackadaisical too. Irvin Mack, my guy. Catterall will be all elbows in there. You're a dirty fighter. Yeah, man. Being in the inside, that might allow Regis some opportunities to get some work off in the inside and land some of those short shots that he liked to land. You know what I'm saying? So should be an entertaining fight. You know what I mean? I think I got to go in the distance for sure. Catterall ain't cracking like that. Regis chin is battle tested. He got a good enough beard on him. All I want to do is see a fully focused and rejuvenated Regis, man. I think you're going to see a good fight. So he got dropped 3 times. Yeah, Haney got a knockdown, though. But that's the thing, man. Haney ain't pillow fisted. That stuff sounds fun to say, like, just when you want to shit on him, but he ain't pillow fisted. He got the kind of power that could knock you off balance. Kind of sharp shots that could surprise you if he catch you with it. And that's what that was. When he knocked Regis down, he wasn't ready for that shot. Clear his head, he just wasn't ready for it. Put his ass down because he punched hard enough to do some type of damage. Regis has something to prove? Absolutely he do. Absolutely he do. You know what I mean? People writing him off. People saying he done. You know what I'm saying? People saying he should retire. You know what I mean? Especially if he lose. It's a lot. It's a lot. Regis got some questions to answer, man. And he ain't going to lay down, that's for sure. So I expect him to be able to have more success early in this fight, which will lead, to his confidence being intact in the fight. I think Devin Haney started zapping his confidence away from like slowly, round after round after round. I think in this fight, it'll be more closely contested. Like I said, the rounds will be more competitive and closely tested. I think that will, the way Catterall fights will allow opportunities for Regis. The way Regis fight, he should be able to capitalize, especially if he really still got something left in the tank and he ain't just washed. And I don't think he is, you know what I'm saying? I think that his last fight was truly a style thing. It wasn't a matter of him just being so bad at fight. Styles make fights. And when you are limited in areas that your opponent excel in and consistently exploit them and stay disciplined, that's what kind of fights you're going to get. It's going to get lopsided. Devin Haney fought a perfect fight against Regis. Perfect. And I mean perfect. That's as close to perfect as you're going to see in the ring, especially with him. That was one of the cleanest fights he ever fought. That man was switched on, laser sharp. He just knew Regis that couldn't keep up with him, and he boxed beautifully the entire night for 12 rounds straight. Regis did KO of a staggering Nolia level. Talk to him, Skills, man. They sleeping on him. They don't think Regis pull it out, man. I do, man. I believe in the Ruger. I believe in him, man. I believe in the Ruger. I think he can do it, man. I think he can do it, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out Saturday, a couple days away. Damn sure we're going to find out. Should be a good fight. It should be one that he can compete in. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like no lopsided fight. This one should be competitive, like I said. So I think it's more closer to 50-50 than what people think. You know what I'm saying? And I know they considering how Regis looked in his last couple fights. Again, Styles make fights. Zorilla got caught in that fight and he got on a good foot on the bike. He got dropped early in that fight. I think like the third round, he ain't want no more Regis, so he just boxed and moved. Same thing, Haney. Styles make fights, but Catterall, like I said, like to mix it up. Is considered to be physical and dirty in there. So it's going to be some inside fighting, I think. And I think Regis is going to have opportunities. So we're going to see. But it ain't going to be no easy fight for him because Jack Catterall can box. You know what I'm saying? He can box. But let's see. He's a plus 340 underdog. Ruger, we're going to make some money. We're going to bet on the Ruger. Well, let's keep rolling, man. Something I wanted to bring up briefly. Shout out to Shurretta Metcalf, man. She fought last night on Pro Box in the main event and won the title over Yoshida, somebody that she's fought already. It was a rematch. She fought the girl already, beat her in a close fight. That girl went on to challenge Ebony Bridges. She beat Ebony Bridges, took her title, and then Chicken, aka Shurretta Metcalf, aka Chicken, rematched Yoshida and took that damn belt. So she is now the IBF bantamweight champion. Shout out to her. She did her thing on Pro Box. It was worth sitting up. It was worth sitting up to watching that card last night. You know what I mean? She came out and she did her thing. So we got a new champion, and she was saying the end of new, and she went out there and done it. And it's crazy that she was rematching, and you can't call it a revenge because she beat the girl, but now it's a more important fight because it was a title on the line, IBF strap, and she snatched that thing. She earned it. It wasn't no robbery. I think she closed the chapter in that book respectfully. Should be no reason for her to have to fight Yoshida again. She beat her already, so impressive. You know what I'm saying? Impressive for her. Shout out to women's boxing. They continue to do their thing, man, and these women continue to make the most out of their opportunities when they get them. So I just try to do my best to speak on it, shine a light on it. Check her out if y'all haven't. Nickname Chicken. My bro Mo City Behind the Hands TV interviewed her as well. So now that she's a champion, I think that's dope. So women's boxing continue to thrive, man. Continues to thrive. So let's keep rolling. One more thing, man. Clarissa Shields, she made a sighting. And she gave her thoughts on the Tank and Lamont Roach fight. And we're gonna play that. And then we're gonna talk a little bit about Fury and Usyk, and we gonna slide. Foster versus Conceição, November 2nd. DB3, November 8th. Paul versus Tyson, November 15th. November about to light up, man. Light up. Foster said, you don't need judges this time, man. You don't need them. He's smoking some. He said he's going to smoke some. So I just want to see that. I want to see that fight next, too. So I want to see him win. But shout out to Fight Hype again. Let's see. And this is a short video. It's 3 minutes. Let's see what Clarissa Shields had to say.
Okay, this is Johnny Boy Boxing with Fight Hype. I'm here with the one and only Clarissa Shields. How you doing? How you feeling? Okay, we're at Madison Square Garden to see the girls. Who'd you come out here to support?
Chicken. Shurretta, Metcalf.
Nice. Okay, now, everybody's excited about your movie that you just came out. I just saw it. I'm really excited. I saw the trailer. It looks amazing. And what do you feel about the movie?
I'm really excited. I feel like my story is going to change the lives of many people. It's going to show them that where are my grit and where are my, like how I feel about boxing, like all my passion comes from. And it's making people understand me more, and they'll see how I started from the bottom of boxing and got it to where it is now.
Absolutely. Now, this movie's going to raise your profile to non-boxing fans. What kind of an impact is that going to have in your life, you think?
I pray everything has a positive impact. I have been very just close and in touch with God, keeping me sane. Everywhere I go now, people recognizing me in different places that usually I used to be able to walk around by myself. Now I can't do that, and people recognize me everywhere, every day, all the time. And it's a little bit different, but I think that it comes with the territory. I earned it, and I'm super excited for everything that's coming to me. And hopefully with all the more exposure come more bags, more money.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything in this movie that we'll learn about you that maybe the fans will be surprised? Like, that's something that we don't know. There's so much stuff out there about you.
There are many things that people don't know about me. They really don't have any clue about my upbringing. They don't have any clue about how I have had to do for my family, everything that I had to endure to get to where I am now, even in the professional rank. They have no idea, but when you watch the film, you will have more of an understanding of how I am, who I am, how I think, and how I got to where I am just off the muscle.
Absolutely, you put in that hard work. I just want to switch gears real quick to Tank and Lamont Roach. Is that the right opponent for Tank?
I don't know why everybody is kind of sleeping on Lamont, but he has a decorated amateur career too. He's a very sturdy kid. He's very skilled. Tank is Tank. And when I say Tank is Tank, I mean like he's a bad man. He can fight. He's tough. I know we had our dispute back and forth, whatever. But at the end of the day, if we talk about just boxing,
hey, absolutely.
He's a good fighter, and I look forward to watching that fight.
Is this a pay-per-view fight though? Would you buy it? Are you gonna buy it?
I bought any fight that Tank has had pay-per-view, and I think that Lamont Roach is worth watching. I think that this fight is going to be very technical, very, very, very skillful, and as always, we're going to see the power of Tank on display.
Absolutely. And Lamont Roach, do you have a relationship with him?
I know him from the amateurs too.
Okay.
He cool. He can fight. He wished me luck on my fights, and hey, let the best man win there.
And if he's to be successful, how would he do that?
To beat Tank?
Yeah.
Now you want me to give somebody the game plan on how to beat Tank?
You'll be a great trainer because you have the skill.
Don't like me, so I ain't gonna give nobody the recipe to beat him. So you can thank me later, my nigga. But other than that,
They're going nuts deep in the comments.
But I think that Tank know that he's against a good fighter and he'll train
D-Dog,
hard.
my guy.
And shout out to his coaches, Calvin. Like I love his coach, Calvin. He's a great trainer, and he's taught Tank and built him up well.
Absolutely.
Man, shout out to the GOAT, man. Shout out to the GOAT for and again, salute the Fight Hype, man. Always give credit to the to them for the video. Yeah, I like the fact that she spoke on the fight. And again, I just played that. She got a movie coming out that's about her. Damon was good with it, fam. It looked dope. I thought I played the trailer up here, but it's dope, man. Get you excited, man. Definitely get you in the mood to want to watch a boxing movie. But she got that coming out. I think that's dope, man. And then he asked about her opinion of the fight. I'm glad that, you know, she shed light on the fight, gave Lamont Roach his just due instead of just shitting on the fight. You heard her, even though despite them having their differences, we talking about boxing, he a bad man. I love that. Just keep it a buck because you bad too. You a bad woman. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody messing with you. Y'all both at the top of y'all games. I hate to see them going at it because it's a better place when they doing their thing, because she truly is a fan of his at the end of the day. So, I mean, I'd rather see them rocking with each other than arguing or going back and forth any day. So shout out to Tank, shout out to Fight Hype, shout out to Clarissa Shields for just giving Lamont Roach his just due and not tearing the fight down. Shout out to Shakur for being another one, a real one, giving Lamont Roach his credit, letting it be known that, you know, he's a good fighter too, man. He do got a decorated amateur background. He got amateur pedigree. I mean, he's made it to be a champion. He got a title defense. Hey, man, it ain't too much to complain about. He's a good fighter, bro. And he got an opportunity to change his life December 14th. And it's up to him how he equip himself in that ring. That's it. That's it. That's all. Support him. You know what I mean? You should support a Lamont Roach. Why not? Taking an opportunity when everybody think the odds is against him. Imagine how that feel everywhere you go. Oh, you get knocked out for sure. But he going up in there. He don't feel like that. He can go in there and try to win. That's what my respect for him continue to grow. Like he gonna try to win. The deck is stacked up against him. It's not gonna be an easy fight. Most people think he getting his head knocked off into the front row somewhere. So, like, man, I commend him for getting in there, especially when Lomachenko, who looked like he was in the best condition of his career as in recent memory, he said no. So think about that. Always gotta put some respect on Lamont Roach's name. Look who said no. The great Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko, the guy that Bob Arum said to beat Pretty Boy Floyd and put him in the same breath as Muhammad Ali, saying he greater or whatever. All that weird stuff. Yeah, that guy said, nah, Tank Davis, not right now. Not in the mood. But Lamont Roach said, man, come on, give me that slam. He said, Tank Davis, no problem. You get me? So you just gotta tip your hat. Gotta tip your hat for him, man. Got to. Clarissa's getting pretty every time I see her. She looks better. She used to give me the WNBA vibes. Nah, her glow up is real, Damon. She ain't playing. What they be saying, she coming to slay. Clarissa, the GOAT ain't playing, man. You know what I mean? Racist boxers like Tio, Rod, knock each other off. I said that, bro. I said that. Double knockout skills. In a perfect world, they fight each other. Double KO, bro. Double KO. We'd love it. Double KO. Boom. Knock each other out. But I also did say the fact that I know they're going to make money, which is the other part that makes me cool if a Tank could knock him out, fight him and beat him, or Bud Crawford, because I know they're going to handle business. I know they're going to win. And I will be satisfied seeing them be the ones to put hands or paws on them, because he already say ain't going to fight Shakur. I'm tired of that anyway. So, you know what I mean? He claims he want Tank and Crawford, but we'll see, man. But yeah, man, them two dudes do need to fight each other. Double knockout. I won't have a dog in the race. I enjoy seeing them punch each other in the face. And that's rare, where you really ain't rooting for neither guy, and you just gonna enjoy seeing them beat each other up. Yeah, they deserve each other. You know what I'm saying? Rose gonna take that. He ain't got nothing to lose and millions to gain. But yeah, but on top of that, I think I respect. Shout out to Urban Mac. Aside from that, bro, he's a real fighter that's gonna try to win. You get me? He's actually gonna try to win. I mean, he ain't got no quit or no lay down.
I fought him in the regional junior Olympics, and the fight was close. They took a point from him. They took a point from me. They thought the point was unjust or whatever the case may be. And he beat me by a slight margin on the point system.
What does this do for his career if you beat a Tank Davis? If who beats Tank Davis? Lamont. It's physically impossible. Name me the
He's physically impossible. Him beating Tank Davis. It ain't physically impossible, but it's less likely. Might be improbable, but not impossible. You know what I mean? Tank Davis is looking as best as he looked in his career, in my opinion. He looking as dangerous as he's looked in his career, if not a little more dangerous. Just focus, locked in, man. He's gonna be a focused Tank is a dangerous Tank. There's no other way to slice it. But everybody got to change. You just got to get in there and fight. You know, yeah. I played that video the other day, Star Fox, where dude was talking about that. But just got to get in there and see, man. You never know what could happen. You can't quit. You got to go out there and try, bro. It's just that simple. You know, you got to go for it. That's just due to. Got to go for it, but that was the GOAT, man. And again, I like hearing the boxers specifically give Lamont Roach his credit, his just due, because the main people that's taking the credit from him are, again, you know, people that don't have to get punched in the face, people that don't box for a living. You get what I'm saying? And let me shout out to my guy Fate. This is a video edit that he had made with Tank is fitting in the Tank conversation with a video and him doing this thing. Nick Ballin, what it do, fam? Need Keyshawn a whoop on Teal. Yeah, I love it, man. He don't want that work though. He don't want it. They really don't want Tank or Bud. Yeah, they want us. Only to believe they do. Any fight makes sense based on what you really want. That's a fact, because that's what I've been saying. He wants us to believe that he wants that fight. As long as he can get people to believe it, he ain't actually got to do it. So when it don't happen, they'll say, well, he did want it, but it's Bud. Like, it's already working to a degree. Got people saying, well, Bud need to do this. Bud need to do that. Bud need to do exactly what he's doing, whatever's best for his career, and ignore T.O. because he's an idiot that don't really want that fight. I say physically impossible. That's why Lamont can fight. I'm glad he got the fight so he can display his skills. The sad part is when Lamont looks good, Tank gonna catch hate and criticism from it. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's only for people that don't understand boxing, man. You a man that's coming to fight, you got to change just as well as the other guy, no matter what the odds say. You get what I'm saying? Heart, determination, and will is something that the odds can't account for. Beth was good with it, fam. So, we gonna always put it in perspective, man. This should be a good fight because Lamont Roach is a good fighter. You know what I mean? We just feel like Tank on another level, so we should get a great fight. Kello, my God, was good with it, bro. One more thing that I wanted to bring up, man, and speak on briefly. Or one more topic, Tyson Fury, right? Tyson Fury recently spoke about, you know, because of the IBF dropped him out of the rankings after losing to Usyk, that he feels like he said he'd never fight for that belt again.
Tyson, you said to him immediately after that Joshua fight, you said that you're going to beat Usyk, then you're going back to get that IBF belt. Is that how you still think?
I'll beat Daniel Dubois, but I'll tell you what it is, I won't be boxing him for his belt. I'd rather box him for the British title than for the WBF, whatever it is, IBF. Yeah. I don't want anything to do with it. You couldn't give it me as a present. I'll probably get back home and burn it and put it on a video on YouTube. That's how much it means to me. Because they're biased, obviously. They're a biased company who don't like the Gypsy King for whatever reason. It must be racist towards travellers or something, I'm not sure. Because it doesn't add up. It's not like joining together. You've just lost on a split decision to, some people said, a pound for pound number one person in the world, but I'm not in the top 15 of their ratings who have just boxed for their belt. Does that make any sense? It doesn't, does it? So that must be, that it's coming from, I'm not just making it up, it's the truth, it's facts. So if they're not biased and if they do like me, then why don't they just come out and say why I'm not in their ratings then? Do you know what I mean? I'm not good enough to be in the top 15. I've just lost to the best fighter in the world by a point, but I'm not good enough to be in the top 15.
It is very odd, that. It is very odd.
It's very odd. And I will never give them an opportunity again. Ever. And I advise everybody never to fight for their belt ever again. It's shit.
He mad as hell. He mad as hell because they dropped him out the rankings. He lost to Usyk. They say, yeah, get him out the rankings, yo. Nah, his voice, his accent, the way he be going off, be funny, bro. Be funny, man. Especially when he be going at Usyk. His ass mad as hell. Mr. Boxing Fanatics was good, fam. Golden Boy President explain why Bubbers or Tees hasn't happened. It's interesting. I'll check it out. Shout out to my guy, Kello, too. Yeah, man. So that's it. They taking him out the rankings. You can't erase racism. Yeah, we damn sure need it to not tolerate it. Yeah, we're stronger together. That's all facts, skills. IBF is stupid, though. Don't mess with Texas. His ass mad as hell. I would advise everybody else never to fight for the belt again. Here, white people say something. It's racism. It's comedy. Yeah, that should be hilarious. My God, be dope. He was mad as hell, man. But one thing that I could say that I do appreciate about Tyson Fury, and it's very few things that I appreciate. Levon, what it do, my guy? How you feeling, bro? I do appreciate the honesty, even if I don't agree with his approach, right? He sound entitled, and they don't care. It must be racism against travelers. That's new. I never heard that. He said racism against travelers is crazy. But I do appreciate the honesty. Big Supreme, what it do? Even if I don't rock with his approach or his energy a lot of times, right? But he also got a short clip where he let y'all know exactly why he fight. So why people be thinking that these fighters is fighting for legacy and trying to make the fans happy, you got people like him that.
What do I fight for? What is my priorities here? What are my goals? What are my targets? And all of those things are to make the most money as possible. For me, that's my goals. It's not a belt. It's not a legacy. It's not a boxing fight. It's to make as much money as possible. I've had nearly 40 professional fights, and I did every single one of them for the money. And if I wasn't getting paid, I wouldn't have done any of them. That's a fact. I'd have had a job in Tesco's.
Yeah, you say you have a job at Tesco or whatever that is, but man, you heard him straight like that. Robert Nichols was good with it. He fight for money, and that's it. I wouldn't have got paid. I would have never fought. And it's guys that fought for free. So some of the guys that we call trash, bums, suckers, bitches, those guys have competed for free to get their careers on track. Where that guy clearly letting you know, if I had to do that, take that route, you wouldn't see no Tyson Fury. I fight for money, not the fans, not legacy. You get what I'm saying? Not the glory. That man fight for money, and I appreciate the honesty, but I wish more people would be honest like that. CJ was good with it, fam. I wish more people would be honest like that and say that. You get what I'm saying? But he's also comes off as a very selfish guy anyway. And I've always felt like he moved and he's in it for himself. He definitely is. Like, he don't care what a person wants. Texaco, gas station. Texaco, I thought he said something else. I couldn't quite hear what he said. Texaco is what he said. Cool, I knew that, but I thought he said something else. I appreciate you. Shout out to CJ, man. Appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. And we wrapping up. White man scream racism in boxing. It's hilarious. Yeah, that was funny. He said racism against travelers or something like that. That was kind of funny. But you heard him. He fight for that cheddar, that moolah, that dough, that biscuit. You know what I mean? That bread. You know what I mean? That moolah. You know what I mean? That fetty. You know what I'm saying? That's what he fight for. That green. That's what he fight for. That's it, and that's all. And that's most guys, though. You know what I'm saying? He just honest about it, though. Yeah, everybody. He just honest, though. He just honest. Most in this fight for little to nothing, but the goal is to be a prize fighter for sure. Absolutely. But he's always been a pretty selfish dude. Those biscuits, my God. Dr. Boxing Talk. What's good, family? I know that's your thing over that biscuits, the cheddars. You know what I mean? That cheddar cheese, the guaps. I mean, how many other names they got for it? The coins, the dinero. The dinero. I mean, but yeah, man. What's good with a Big Supreme? But yeah, that's Tyson Fury for you. So they got their rematch set December 21st. Like I said, Usyk came out on his Hitman stuff. And I like it, man. He a silly dude. I hope he go out there and win again. I think this fight going to be very competitive once again. I think, I wouldn't be completely surprised if Tyson Fury pulled it off. You know what I mean? You already know, Blazer Bull. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to everybody for another dope build. As always, man. Let's see what boxing got for us next, man. This weekend we got Catterall and Prograis, though, man. Let's see if Catterall got what it takes, to get my guy Regis up out of there. Let's see if Regis can beat him, man. I'm rooting for Regis. I'm pulling for him. I like the fact he got Bobby back in his corner. That shit makes a difference. That's a hell of a coach, hell of a trainer. And I think he understands Regis and how to get the most out of him. I think the guy that trained him and was working with him last time was no good. I think his sparring was bad. I think his camp was bad. I think the fight was bad. Everything was all bad. He was worried about Shurretta, where it was a lot going wrong with him. So right now he looked a lot more focused. He looked a little rejuvenated. He looked healthy. He looked in great shape. He looked ready to go. He out here exposing, cornermen and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Probably got Jack Catterall ready to fire Buddy for saying Regis will flatten him. You know what I'm saying? He said Regis will flatten him. So if he said, I believe it too, man. So let's see what Regis can do. If not, maybe he got some questions to answer to see how long he want to stick around. Because I don't think he want to just be no damn punching bag at 140. You know what I'm saying? But I'm rooting for the dude. Styles make fights. Catterall has a style. In my opinion, that should allow Regis to be a lot more effective with the things that he do. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tough fight, though. Jack Catterall can box. You know what I'm saying? But Regis going to have to be on his A game. That's what we need. Evans Tobler said they didn't mess around in training camp. They did everything they supposed to do. I hope so. Hope he crossed every T, dotted every I. Hope he fully switched on and ready to go. I need to see Regis come out here and take this dub. I need to see Regis get this dub. He said I got 50 on Jack. And it's hard to bet it. It's hard to bet, man, on the old guys, man. WBC is the worst year. Mauricio. Rashidi Ellis fights Friday, too. Just, did you know that? Nope. I didn't. Unaware what Rashidi Ellis was supposed to come up here and do an interview. They created the WBC, created the franchise belt. Yep, the waste of time belt. That designation belt. That's what that is. Damn designation belt. Nah, Regis ain't all talk. Regis can scrap, man. I mean, he you know, if he just outgunned, he outgunned. Ain't nothing you could do. For God just more superior to you and more skillful, nothing you can do. You get what I'm saying? But you ain't never seen him just go in a fight and quit. He always tried. Outside of the Devin Haney fight and the Zarilla fight, every other fight was, you get what I'm saying? Him doing his thing. So, and then Josh Taylor, even that fight, close as hell. You get what I'm saying? Close as hell. He took Josh Taylor to the wire. So, yeah, he got them T-Rex joints, Ace. He got them T-Rex arms, man. That's going to be problematic. Little short-ass Jack Catterall going to be taking advantage of that. But I'm rooting with Regis, man. I'm rocking with the Rugeroo all day, y'all. I'm rocking with the Rugeroo. Ruger. I'm rocking with him, y'all. But I don't know. Jack Catterall got a very good chance at winning, but I like Regis. You know what I'm saying? Hope he win. I hope he win, too. But we'll see. Saturday be here before you know we got a couple days. Thursday, we got Saturday a couple days away. It'll be here sooner than later, y'all. Sooner than latest. Most fans' favorite robot for their race to win. No problem. The problem is he just so-called try to make a fight based on racial slander. Yeah, he ain't fooling nobody with that skills. He ain't trying to make no fight. He trying to get himself sent to the hospital so he ain't got to fight. You can see, I want to just fight him in the ring. He want to fight outside the ring. Yeah, because you being disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? Saying that type of stuff don't make it seem like you want to fight when you're in the ring. It sound like you want me to run up and do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Just like Shakur was saying, somebody go bust you upside your noggin, because that's how that sound. Those ain't fighting words. Those are like real fist fighting words, not boxing words. They don't sound like you want to get in the ring and do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? You sound like you want somebody, like I said, to run up and just snuff you. B-Dog, I don't know. He fight Friday, but who he fighting and what network? I don't know what's going on with Rashidi. I think he's a free agent, but I don't know if he's still in the TCL. I don't think the TCL is going on right now, though. So can't be that he's doing. I don't know. Maybe his fight is on BoxRec. I'll look into it, though. But I did not know he was fighting Friday at all. And that's not good because he's talented as hell. So hope he can get himself back in the mix, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Vila, they took one from him with that Vila fight. I think he beat Vila, man. He outboxed his ass, man. Outboxed his ass and didn't get enough credit for it. Brandon House was good, Brandon. Was good with it, famo. How you feeling? Canelo fighting in Japan. Beats me. They probably got somebody, probably an exhibition or something. Who knows what's up with Canelo? Canelo don't do nothing but what Canelo wants to do. You know, he don't do nothing but what it supposed to do. I mean, well, what he want to do, should I say. Let me get this out of here. Oh, shit, damn. I almost forgot to play this shit for my homie.
I done been through mad stuff, like sleeping on floors, crack house, all that type of stuff. Like, I've been through all that. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody else. That's why I don't never get too hyped about the win after I win, because it's like you always got to do something over and over again till you done. And it's always going to be somebody next. So I feel like I don't have to prove myself to these people.
uppercut. Good. Turn the 6 on us for the uppercut.
I like that, man. Shout out to Fate, man. Dope edit, man. If you just listen to that, like I always say, his backstory, I think, plays into how he thinks and how he moves, man. He can't please everybody, especially the ones that keep saying he ain't did nothing and ask him to do more. Those are the people that more than likely support him the least. So why would he try to appease those people? He gonna keep trying to please the ones that's really rocking with him, understand the story, where he came from, how many times he beat the odds, and everything else is just a plus. People, you could love it, hate it, but just understand it, respect it. It is what it is. So Tank, keep doing your thing. Shout out to Team Tank Davis and Coach Calvin, Kenny, the whole squad. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep putting on. December 14th can't come fast enough. Okay, yeah, it's an on-site thing, all right? Because you know right where you going with it. You know what I mean? I root for Regis, but I think Catterall wins. Yeah, I'm feeling like that too, B-Dog, but I'm going to still rock with him. I swear I feel like that. Professional boxing is limited within inside the ring. Hate, racism goes beyond it. Facts. And when you go on that, damn, that's a gem. That couldn't be more right. Professional boxing is limited within inside the ring. Hate, that racism goes beyond it. Facts. And that's what he doing. He going beyond the ring, which is why I know he don't want to fight. You get me? Didn't think already. Whoop from Teo and sparring. Yeah, man. I'll play the videos tomorrow if y'all want to just a refresher of how it looked when Tank sparred him a little bit, put hands on him, little light touch up. You know what I'm saying? Look, Teo got suplexed in sparring. Yeah, I got suplexed in sparring. He was touching somebody up. Dude suplexed his ass. IBF is Tank, Better be Spence, Teofimo, Hopkins, Larry Holmes, Klitschko, etc. First belt. Shout out to Big Supreme, man. But facts of Mr. Empire, that's an on-site. That's a I'll beat your ass when I see you type deal. You know what I mean? IBF is fair sanctioning body. Yeah, I don't think it. I definitely ain't gonna cry no river for no Tyson Fury. I don't even give a damn. He just funny. He don't care anyway. He fight for money and money only. He don't do nothing for nobody but money. He ain't even say his family. He just said money. Bro ain't even say I do it for my family. It be my family. That's it. He just said, nah, I do this for money. The money and money. That's it. But what could you expect, man? He's an honest asshole at the end of the day. An honest asshole at the end of the day. You smell me? That's what he is, y'all. But shout out to everybody in the building. Oh, yeah, one more thing real quick. Speaking of Tank going off on Cordell Booker, who's also a fighter. Tank called him a cold biatch. He said, would never play in my face. You could have the internet. Called him a used to be. Told him stop crying and laugh. Ain't like I miss with the resemblance. And this was what he was responding to. They trying to call Tank young M.A. Tank wasn't going, man. Told Cordell Booker he's a cold biatch for posting that. He wasn't playing, man. Tank ain't having the disrespect, man. Tank been snapping. I told people he in camp mode, man. Like he ain't playing with people, man. He in fight mode, man. It's about that time. It's gonna be time for him to lock in, should I say. You know what I mean? But he ain't feeling the young M.A. jokes. You feel me? Tank ain't going, man. I told you I've been snapping on everything. I like the bond, Crawford and Bomac. Tank and Calvin got me too. I think it's dope. Keyshawn got that bond with him too. He's forming that bond with him too, should I say, Mike, with Bomac. Keyshawn and Bomac, I like that. I think it's dope. Do you think Ryo Valenzuela beats Teo right now? I think that's a like a 50-50 type fight. For real. I would favor Teo because he's slightly more proven, but I think Ryo got a real good chance at beating him. I do. I really do. We Baltimoreans love him and wants him to be unified and great. He limits himself and needs to go after all the killers. Yeah, I think that was because of the plan that was in place and that existed before he took the control of the reins, Damon. I think now you're gonna get more of what you asking for. I think so now. Now that he's more in position, as I've always said. So I think he's going to do that. No, I don't think he's selling himself short. And think about it. The only people that's saying that are like fans. Like that's why I played that little clip as well to just show my guy edit. But did you hear his mindset and as to why he feel like he don't got to prove nothing to people? All that shit he been through, he done beat it and proved so much. And then for him to get here and think about it, he's 30 fights in, 4 weight classes in. And people talking about he ain't did nothing. Just put that in perspective. Think about what he was just saying in that video, his mindset. He was just telling me what his mindset. All that shit he done been through, sleeping on the floor, all this shit. Tough ass upbringing. You beat all of those odds. You get yourself to here. You make it out somewhere where so many people don't. You know, you got people losing their life to gun violence while you continuing to stay focused. Think about it. He could have easily veered off left and lost his life, right? Staying focused, beating the odds. And imagine every time you fight, and when it's not the name that people want to see the most, they say you ain't did nothing. Then you find yourself at 29, 30 fights in, accomplished on the top of your game. And the only thing people say is how you need to keep doing more and how you ain't did nothing. Now, having to do more is understood because those names are out there, and that's fair. But telling him at the same time that he ain't did nothing and he got to do more is crazy work. To say that a man that accomplished and did for his path, we all know what it was, starting at 126, we get it. He done did all of that 30 fights in, and the only thing people are going to say is that he ain't did nothing in 30 fights and he need to do more. I would ignore the absolute hell out of those people. I'm sorry, because you sound like a person that's hating. Saying I need to do more, you could understand that, right? It's a conversation because, you know, it's a prove-it business, right? What have you done for me lately? You got to keep proving it in boxing. He even said it. That's why he don't get too high or low and no win. He said because it's always going to be somebody and somebody after that and somebody up next and next. You get me? But just imagine every time you win and you doing at the highest level, you're giving people what they want. You're giving them their money's worth. And the only thing you do is got some loudmouth people talking about what you ain't did and who you ain't fought and how you ain't did this and how you ain't accomplished that. He like, bro, I'm from the dirt, the street. Man, I done beat the. What the hell y'all talking about? Do you get what I'm saying? That don't mean he don't gotta prove it and fight those guys, but to tell him that he's done nothing in 30 fights through 4 weight classes. He ain't done nothing and he need to do more is crazy. It's all I'm saying. You gotta find, because in his mind, those are people that have no appreciation for nothing that he's contributed to the sport. Because to say he's done absolutely nothing in 30 fights is just a poor representation of what Tank Davis is as a fighter. So if I was the fighter, I would ignore people that talk like that. That don't mean, I don't have a problem with you saying, yeah, fight Shakur, fight Teo, fight Devin. I don't care. Fight all them top guys because you ain't fought. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. You in the sport to prove that. But to tell me in the meantime, until I get to these dudes, that every fight that I take is bullshit and I ain't doing nothing, you sound crazy and you sound like a hater, bro. Sound like a hater. Yeah, you can ask him to do more. Yeah, you can ask him to fight those other top guys. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because when you a king, when you wearing one of the crowns, when you one of the faces of boxing, cool. People going to expect that. And that's reasonable to expect him to fight those top tier talents because he himself is one. But again, I'm going to stress it. To say that he's done nothing because he ain't done what you said he's supposed to do is wild. And I would ignore the absolute hell out of those people too. And think about it. Those voices of the people that say he hasn't done nothing is only loud on social media. As a whole, it's not adding up because them people coming out to see him. The numbers alone, he continue to do it. So he got a lot more people happy than there are unhappy. That's what I think. Get what I'm saying? He got a lot more support than he do hate. He got a fair amount of hate, exceptional amount, but he got a shit ton of support. And that's what's winning over. Because people looking at it the way I'm giving it to y'all. His mentality. I came from dirt, the street. I made it, bro. I don't give a damn what nobody sitting at their couch that don't got to do this shit is saying. He learning the business. I think he learned the business, split from the man that he learned the business from. He doing it his way. I'm appreciating it. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy it. Like I said, to ask him to do more is fair. To ask him to fight all the other top guys is more than fair and reasonable. But to say he done absolutely nothing in 30 fights, 4 weight classes at 29 years old is wild. I'm going to always say that. That's wild. Zoom versus my brother. Shout out to you, family. How you feeling? Zach B, what's good with it? Shout out to my guy, Zach B. It's Baltimoreans, man. Man, shout out to you, bro. Tank is doing his thing. See, I feel like Zach B. I feel like more people feel like what you feel like because I feel like that too. Now, I want to put this in perspective. I've been saying it, but I want to close it with this. Just because I'm saying that I feel like he's put in work don't mean he don't have to put in more work and have to fight those other guys. Yeah, I think he should fight all of those other top names that people throw out there. And I think it's just a matter of time before he start knocking those certain names off the list. That's what I believe. But at the same time, we need to be smart enough and real enough and be good enough supporters of the sport where we can identify, yo, that man doing his thing. But damn, I still want to see these fights. You just got to let it happen. You got to understand why they didn't happen. It's not happening because he ducking and avoiding. That shit just not a reality. It's just that's a narrative to push when you want to make him look bad. But the reality of it is these guys got to want that shit just as much as him. You get me? So just sit back and enjoy it, man. I think he's put in a lot of work, but I think it's a lot more work for him to put in because fighting those guys is going to only continue to elevate him and his name. So I think he knows that. I think his coaches know that. His team know it. And I think that's what they're going to work towards because they got one of the most talented and complete fighters in all of boxing. And to not fully challenge that talent, you will be selling him short and you will be selling the people short. So at the end of the day, I think they know what the people really want from him. His people want to see him win regardless. But, you know, there's some boxing fans, they want to see specific matchups, and I think we'll get there. But in the meantime, let's just enjoy the work that he put in, acknowledge it for what it is, and understand that the job ain't done. You hear what he said. It's always going to be somebody next. So the job ain't done. So until the job is done, that's when I'll have my complete assessment of his resume and what he accomplished and how great he is. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the greatness that he is showing me thus far until he shows me even more. So I'm here for it. You know what I mean? That's from this point on, it's icing on the cake, for real. But I think you can judge him more closely on these moves that he's making than any other point in his career. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't tell him not over here. We building boxing up. You know what I mean? People who say he's done nothing, pick guys to beat him that he's knocked out. Facts. Yeah, Jameson, for real, because we don't support the fighter enough. It's not as simple as that. When you got somebody, Star Fox, that's saying that's kind of put it in his head that belts is not the only way. Floyd Mayweather, so undisputed. That's not his plan. That's plans. That was plans that the fans wanted, right? You got to ask the fighter, when have you ever heard him talk about undisputed with any consistency or if at all, right? And you was with somebody that wasn't necessarily chasing all the belts. Yeah, you got a belt. You had a belt for years, but it wasn't putting you in a position to chase all of the belts, and that wasn't his focus. I think now he's in a position to deliver that. And just think, if he had fought Loma, it would have been a unification. He halfway there, he would have had 2 belts. You get me? So it's all about the opportunities and how they materialize. Everything ain't as easy as it seems, especially when it comes to undisputed. A lot of politics come in play when you start talking about the belts and changing hands. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to see. We're going to see. Don't shout out to the Queen, Melanin Queen, my guy, at McQueen. Shout out to everybody. Tank signed the top rank. He would be undisputed already. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But they just move. They move different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But they move different, you know? Maybe. But we'll see. But nah, man, Tank put in a lot of work. People just need to identify. Go up and down the resume. Go rewatch the fights. Go, you know, maybe add some context to the conversation, and you'll come to a better conclusion. You'll say, nah, that man definitely doing his thing, and he put in work, but it's a lot more work out there for him. The toughest challenges are still out there, and that would be being real and fair at the same time. To say he done nothing that's just taken away from the man and what he's accomplished in the sport. So with that, man, that's my time, man. Much love, much appreciation to everybody. Appreciate everybody that hit the super chat, cash app. Much love to y'all. And wow. Before we get out of here, man, shout out to the auntie. She just she broke the internet, y'all. Nah, she ain't break the internet, but with the $500 cash app. Much appreciated.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to you, auntie. Appreciate you. That's love right there. Showed a lot of love. And right at the end of the stream, what better way to close the stream with a record-breaking $500 cash app. Much love to your auntie. Love you. Love you, love you. Don't mess with Texas. You already know. Peace to the queen, Aisha. Everybody said, "That's your tank ticket right there, Just." Play that like 8 times.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to the aunties. You don't know what that's about, but much love to you. I appreciate everybody that continues to support the channel. We just gonna keep growing. We doing it our way, y'all. We're gonna do it our way, man. I like 3 more hours. Man, y'all have to come up here and help me out to be here for 3 more hours. I'll need some backup and everything. But that's love, man. I appreciate it, man. Always watching. You never know. People always in the Raptors watching, man. I appreciate the constant support. That's huge right there. That is huge. Signed the top rank. Where's the track record? Yeah, that might be a problem either. That might be a problem. That might be a problem too. Politics, man. Politics be ruining the sport. Yeah, Mike, man. I appreciate all y'all that allowed me to come here and do it my way, man. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be able to come here and do it. You know what I mean? Shout out to my bro Nick Ballin. TV, Nick Ballin, great show in the Cash App. Much love, bro. Appreciate all the support.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Nick Ballin, appreciate you as well, family. Another dope build in the books, man. Either Julius and Don was unified, right? He was, but I think again, and we could continue this more because it's gonna be more Tank to talk about. Man, he's just one of the guys, but I think you gotta ask yourself, was that ever his plan at any point? Because it's not like it's something he couldn't have done. But I think if that's not in your plans and that's not what you're being bred and groomed to do, then you're gonna do it your way. And Tank has done it his way. Yeah, he's had a belt, but the belt is not bigger than him. Where in some cases, the belt, it helps these guys. Like I think he'll be who he was with or without a belt. I do think he's gonna bring that same attention with or without it. I think the belt is just icing on the cake to be able to call yourself a champion, right? So he was trying to give us that unification this time around. So maybe we just gotta wait until next year till we see one from him. Who knows? But like I said, my final thoughts, I think he's gonna give us the fights we want. I don't see nobody in his camp being scared to make any single solitary fight. And I think it's gonna be what it need to be. You know what I mean? So I'm here for it, man. I'm supporting it. The journey, like I said, if I get to a point where I feel like he's not moving accordingly, I'll speak on that. But until then, we just gonna enjoy it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Yeah, he ain't gotta block him, man. Shout out to my guy Zoomverse, man. And appreciate everybody, like I said, that continues to pull up and allow me to do it my way. The Mike Kirkland's, the Aisha's, man, Melanin Queen, one of the best moderators in the land. I appreciate all your constant support as well. Everybody else in the building. And again, shout out to Auntie at the end of the show with the huge cash app, man. I got to let that be seen again because that's huge, man. Appreciate everybody. Continue support. We're gonna continue to build. And y'all meet me here tomorrow at 4 p.m. and we can close the week out strong, man. Maybe we try to make sure we on for every day this week. No days off. I need to get back to that. So I'm working my way back, y'all. We'll get back to doing the lives every single day. So we're going to keep building. So shout out to my JBT fan, man. Y'all stay tuned. My good brother BVO should be up at bat at 8 o'clock, followed by the Rise Podcast family. Shout out to the JBT fan. We're going to keep building. Shout out to Auntie with the huge cash app. Salute to you. Rollo was good with it, man. Shout out to you too, fam. I know you don't like no Tank, but hey, man, like I said, it's all about understanding what the fighter and the teams want for that guy. You know what I mean? We don't speak enough about what the fighters want for themselves. We only talk about what we want to see them do. And a lot of times what we want and what the fighters want are two different things. And we're selfish at times. Like to tell somebody to move your career from my seat, from my computer chair. Yeah, Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis. You should do exactly what I say do at home. Have you ever made a fight, Just Do? No. You ever negotiated a fight? Or you manage a fight? You manage fighters? Any of that stuff, right? You're a match? No. But I'm telling somebody what to do. You know what I mean? A multimillionaire what to do and how to make moves in his career. It's just very disingenuous at times. So I'm always going to try to understand the boxing and not talk like I know everything. But I know enough to see how he was being promoted and moved, and it was very beneficial, very lucrative for him. I think he learned the game. I think he split, and I think he's doing things more of his way, and he's going to get exactly what he want out of boxing all the way until you hang him up. And that's the real right there. Shout out to my guy, Allen, man. But again, appreciate everybody rocking with me to the end of the show. Shout out to everybody in the Super Chat, Cash App. I appreciate every last one of y'all. And I'll see everybody tomorrow at 4 p.m. We gonna build. To the next one, we out. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do Boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Just Do Boxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube.